Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Pappa TV Live. I'm Fred Cochran, and I'm sitting here with Evan Bookbinder and Pete Hendricks, and we are on week 3 of doing our Halloween-themed titles. Tonight we're bringing you Scared Stiff, awesome Elvira game that, it seems like everybody loves it, and Haunted House, which is a game that you don't see a heck of a lot of, but it's pretty fun, similar to Black Hole, but a little bit different, no multi-ball. But really cool spooky music and cool organ, and it should be awesome to watch.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to both of these games. Scared Stiff, it's not very deep, but it is very challenging. And Haunted House, just the music is remarkable. After last week's success of blaring the music, I
Devil's
can't wait
Dare.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not going to have that graphic of like Satan's head popping up and just like scaring everybody out of their minds. But it might come back for an encore. I don't know. We might do that. Our producer James is always doing some weird stuff to keep everything interesting. So
that's right.
But yeah, we got Evan. He just went up to Canada.
I did.
Along with Chris Stevens, who is absent this evening. He's at home doing laundry. So shout out to Chris.
I think he's literally rearranging his sock drawer.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Is he like putting like a pair of socks in a ball and putting them in the drawer, or is that how he does it? Or I just throw mine in.
And then when it's dark in the morning getting ready for work, you just hope for the best.
I wear all black socks.
Well, there you go.
So I'm already set, man. I already won. But yeah, so Chris and Evan went up to see Mr. Primo and Mr. Cheravino up in Toronto. So what did you guys do up in Canada?
So we went up there as part of the Pappa TV charity. Again, thanks, Mike, for hosting us in a wonderful charity event. But we kind of didn't know what we were doing when we went up there, which was kind of fun of the surprise. But we did something called Gamer Olympics. So Chris, myself, and Mike, and 7 of his closest friends came over Saturday evening, and we basically did a time challenge that involved an arcade game, a pinball machine, and then a physical challenge, and tried to get the fastest time. And so we had to complete a level of Frogger. We went on to World Cup Soccer Pinball, and you had to score 2 goals in a single ball and then throw a bullseye on the dartboard.
I remember this from whenever.
So
yeah, James Coons, our producer, is the former champ. I'm not sure how he won that, but I'm pretty sure he walked over and like threw the dart on there, like kind of like Young Frankenstein kind of type. If you ever saw Young Frankenstein, so I believe Illusion was involved.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Chris, Mike, and I ended up finishing the top 3.
Nice.
So, but anyways, we hopefully will have a short video clip perhaps ready for next week's broadcast. The whole production will take place over the next couple of months.
Pretty cool.
Can't wait to see
hopefully
it.
something. It was a lot of fun, and there's some good outtakes from that as well.
Yeah,
but,
I know, Mike.
Again, thanks, Mike, for hosting a wonderful event. It was a great weekend up in Toronto, and well worth the drive up there. So something we definitely support here at Pappa.
So Path of Play, you see on the screen right there. Funds raised since 2017, $19,846.
It's incredible.
People that support, we supported 204 people in 15 different projects, and I know that Mike does a tremendous job up there with getting people involved in any type of gaming that's out there, not just pinball or video games, but board games and things like that. Yeah. So, again, thanks to Mike and his involvement with what we do here, and we like to support what he does up there in Toronto and across, the areas that he works with. So, again, thanks a lot for Mike.
Yep.
And we are going to have another word from one of our sponsors here, which is Deeproot Pinball. Every pinball needs a family. Every family needs a pinball. Deeproot Pinball. They're going to be making their first public appearance as a team up in Chicago this weekend at Pinball Expo. And I know Steve Bowden's making a trip up. I'm not sure, to be perfectly honest, exactly who from the team's going to be up there. I think John Papaduke's going to be there. One of his first public appearances in a while.
So.
And I know they've been assembling a great team up there. So really interested to see what comes from Chicago in the first public announcement from Deeproot. And now we are going to go to the keys to the game on Scared Stiff. And first one is Terrifying Tale. Complete the 6 tails to qualify Scared Stiff. Stiff in the Coffin multi-ball. Night of the Leapers, it's Leaper hits. Return of the Deadheads is top lanes. Terror from the Crate is Crate multi-ball. The Monsters Lab is Pop Bumpers. And Eyes of the Bony Beast is the left ramp. During Scared Stiff, alternate the crate and ramps for Monster Multi-Ball. If you can get trapped up on you can get some good combos going, which is really interesting. Second key is scoops of the spiders. Shooting the spider scoop when it's lit awards a spin of the spider wheel, and we'll show a picture of that on the broadcast as we go along. Spider wheel awards multiple cool things like multi-ball extenders, extra ball, and so on. And finally, Mistress of Multi-Ball, Coffin Multi-Ball, and Crate Multi-Ball are 2 ways to score well. During Coffin, alternate the ramps to score jackpots. During Crate, shoot the crate to score jackpots. And each multi-ball gets harder to start as the game progresses. And hopefully one of our first players up to the table, Brian Testier, will be able to show us some of that cool stuff that I just rambled through pretty quickly. And Brian was playing this before we went on air, and sounds like he was doing well. I didn't see exactly what he got.
I was missing.
Okay, so that's why all the leaper hits were going, because he was bricking kind of like Thunderstruck. So leapers are Thunderstruck shots now. So
you'll note there are 6 large rectangular inserts in the middle of the playfield. Thanks, Brian. Which are tails. We won't call them modes for lack of a better term, but they're basically 6 objectives that you need to complete by hitting ramps or different shots throughout the playfield to get those lit, and we'll kind of discuss those. You'll notice Brian's over plunging and letting the ball go, and as long as he doesn't score any points or validate the playfield, he will get that back. I think what he's trying to do is short plunge it into that purple triangle, which points toward.
We got a skill shot for that, so.
Yeah, I missed it so bad.
Spiders, but instead he actually plunged the actual game's skill shot.
Yeah, what he wanted to get was, like Evan was talking about, was getting the spider spin at the top. And when we get to that, James will cut to the screen and we'll show the valuable awards that you can get. There's a couple that you want to get right off the top, and we'll show you those as soon as we get to it.
I disagree.
You disagree?
Yeah. If you're going to suggest if I get the crate the first time through, then yeah, I disagree completely.
Okay, so what would you do then, Brian, since you disagree vehemently here?
Okay, so 3 ramps is actually 3 left ramps is one of the tails.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was Eyes of the Bony Beast that was completed. And also by hitting a left ramp, he lit his first lock and locked the ball in the left orbit. You saw it turn green briefly. So that will light his second lock at the left orbit. Which I love that left orbit shot because there's a diverter there that changes what that does. Either it goes into the lock, or it passes it up to the top lanes, or it passes it all the way through to the pop bumpers.
Kind of got a reverse spider shot there. Kind of hit the pop bumpers and bounced into the scoop. So what are you going to pick, Brian?
Not that. I was actually aiming for one of the deadheads to get those started. Just kind of grab what I need. I don't want to use my extenders on the first multi-ball because they're already pretty easy to get. So I tend not to use the coffin and the crate extenders right away.
Okay, that's an interesting strategy. I'm
going to plunge this ball right into the crate, and that's going to get me ready.
So before you plunge, the crate from the top view is the box at the top of the playfield with 4 red eyeballs, basically. Each time you hit it, one of those eyeballs will light solid. If you light it 4 times, that completes the objective of Terror from the Crate, which Brian just did, which is kind of a cool mode.
And one of the 6 I need to get to the Scared Stiff her build-up.
So it's a 2-ball multi-ball mode, and basically the jackpots are the crate itself. So it opens up, allowing that ball to kind of clunk through it.
You got to hit it pretty solid, though.
Yeah.
You can often just graze it, and it'll
There's one.
not go in, and then go right down the middle.
Yeah, we actually had to have this one fixed because we brought it back from replay. It was not registering, which would be disappointing if you were playing it just walking up to it.
So one of the other tails to complete is the laboratory, which is 20 pop bumpers, which is actually usually one of the last ones you finish. And Brian already only has 1 pop bumper left for that guy.
So he's spending some good time in the lab then.
Yep. And he completed enough Thunderstruck shots there.
I was just going to say, he's carrying on the tradition of missing everything and hitting his Thunderstruck targets, a.k.a. the leapers.
And then the 6th tail is completing 3 top in lanes, and you can see 2 of the 3 are lit with white skulls.
Oh, that's bad.
Some really funny call-outs when you get those shots.
Yeah, before you shot that, though, Brian, you had some nice backspin that you were able to actually trap the ball up because of the backspin. So
that's true.
All right, he's got 1 lock left to light. There it is.
Now that was very big there. He completed the
Nice shot.
lights on the left part of the playfield there. That lights his left out lane.
So it's
A lot of balls will
like
come
a
out
ball
of that
save.
kick out at the top, and that is a ball save.
Very nice. So what you want to do here is you want to get the ramp right and left.
So this is just like those who've played Indy 500, right? So alternating ramps are the jackpots, and they are nicely lit to remind you which one you've got to hit.
And there he goes.
You almost had the cycle started.
I was going to say, if he had it set up so if he would have been able to just keep alternating the ramps, kind of like he's doing now.
Really good
He has an
multi-ball play.
interesting choice here if he gets them both under control. He's only one deadhead away from completing the 6 objectives.
Yes, he's got 5 down and
Pretty
just
quickly.
A top lane left.
What do you think about frogs, Brian? Do you hate frogs or do you like
I don't
frogs?
necessarily hate frogs. You know, it's not necessarily a huge fan either. You know. They're
Did you ever
kinda-
lick a frog, Brian?
No, I have not.
Do you like
I
frog?
was wondering
Oh,
if that. I think I got to throw you off a little bit with that.
nice ball. He's got himself set up pretty nice for the second ball there.
Nice job, Brian.
Yeah, he'll be able to, well, he can attempt to plunge the mystery scoop and get the last deadhead.
Yeah, that
And
is one
have
way to do it.
One shot right into the beginning of the wizard mode.
We want to welcome back Priyanka.
Hello.
Hey, Pri.
She hasn't been on Papa TV for a while. She's been skiing in Alaska and
Yes.
deep sea diving and stuff like that. She's been out living the life. Not really, but I figured I'd make it just a silly joke.
I heard she discovered the Loch Ness Monster.
Really, Nessie? Wow,
I did. We're friends now.
that's awesome. Did you get a Facebook request, friend request, or is it one of those fake ones that are
No,
going around?
we're a real friendship. We don't need that.
Sweet. All right, Pri. So when you play this
That's
game,
what
do
I
you,
did.
what do you like to do when you play this game, Pri? Besides keep the ball from draining. Well, get past the plunge
yeah,
first,
like,
of course.
I plunge correctly.
Just
I
give-
like to go for the modes.
Give it a
Hit
whack.
Hit it harder.
I'm trying to. The microphone's there.
Oh, just knock that
Dan's
microphone
got-
over. That's not expensive at all.
We need a tech on aisle 2.
Yeah, can you help me?
Way to go, Dan Hall.
Hey,
That
look,
was a
it's on the
perfect
gauge.
plunge.
Oh, yikes.
I can't hit it hard enough to free it.
She doesn't want to damage James's microphone, so that's a good option. And James gives it the thumb up. He
Go
approves.
this way.
So,
I like to go for multi-balls, but also like keep in mind my modes because I do like to go for stiff in the coffin, or not stiff in the coffin, scared stiff. How do you play it?
How do I play it? Poorly. I play it very poorly. No, I generally try to go for like the multi-balls, and I try to get the extenders at the beginning because, again, I don't strategize when I play. So I just kind of try to go up there and, impose my will upon others at the beginning and then make them come back after me and get a better score.
And you can actually advance some of the other tails while you're in multi-ball,
Okay.
I think. Like laboratory. And
Yes.
So,
that's actually a decent strategy.
yeah, because the
if you
jackpots aren't that well.
get control of both balls and then work towards the other objectives. You can get the deadheads. You can get the pop bumpers. You can get the left ramps you'll get by lighting the locks for coffin multi-ball. But
Got a ball save here. So let's see how Pri attacks the game.
Ooh.
It always seems like anytime we have somebody playing, they attack the game differently, which is kind of cool because then I get to learn how other people play and what I should be doing instead of playing poorly.
Nice hop over there.
Oh,
Lots of bouncing over
it
there.
was live.
So Dan Hall, worked on a game before, before the broadcast leading up to this week, and it's super bouncy right now. And you just saw how it looked like it was safe, and then it went away. We got Lewis Bevan stepping up.
Hey,
Good evening, Lewis.
Good evening.
Was
How are
kind
you
of-
doing?
Yeah, I'm
So-
not doing too bad.
we gave Lewis a challenge to take this game a different route. One of the multi-balls in the game is Spider Multi-Ball. If you can get all of the Spider awards, it's a multi-ball, and so we've challenged Lewis to do that.
Bad head.
I don't know if there's a way we can get a shot of that upper back box at some point. But,
Our producer promised us a picture of the back glass at one point, but he's over there texting right now. So,
So, Lewis, stop for a second.
Hold on.
Or don't.
He's trying to light the shot.
Well,
just play your game, Lewis. Don't worry about it.
Yes?
well, you were trying to do the thing I was going to talk about, which is to relight that spider shot is
Ooh,
a
we
right
saw it
ramp.
coming.
There's a ball. No ball save.
Nope. Can't shoot ramps. Oh well.
But
That's right. You can get leapers.
you can.
So we're going to see how many people get leapers tonight because everybody's missing. So, we always bring Dan Hall on whenever he gets when he works on the games. We want him to be able to see what he's done to the game when it punishes him just unmercifully. So let's see what Dan Hall does here.
I'd pick Thunderstruck before I plunge.
As you see, Dan Hall does nothing here. He has nothing on his bio, so he does nothing here.
That's right.
Yeah, we have no question of the week this week.
Question of the week?
Yeah, like the last couple of weeks was what was your favorite Halloween movie? This week, nothing.
What's your favourite Halloween movie, Petey?
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nice. It's a classic.
Actually had a marathon of 1 through 3 on, I think,
Oh,
Thursday
you saw
night.
that coming.
Yeah.
You could have just skipped over part 2.
That was telepathetic.
Yeah, part 2 on Nightmare on Elm Street, not good.
But 1 and 3 are great.
1 and 3 are not bad. Well, 1's obviously fantastic, but number 2 is just—it's really strange. Very, very strange movie.
All right, now Brian's back up.
He's
He
kicking
just
everybody's
needs
butt.
one dead head
You
to
made this
finish
look
his features. And have a chance at Scared Stiff.
Let's see if his plunging skills have improved since ball 1. Nope.
Oh, way to go. Pre-junior here.
There you go.
But he's got the oomph to get it out of there.
With no dangers either.
So he decided not to
All
let
he
the
needs
ball
to do
drain
that.
and go for
there
the
we
play
go.
field.
That's the way to do it. Just make the shot.
There it is. Look at that. Good pop bumper action. Right into the spider. Stop the spider.
Now, he was going for the deadhead there. He missed it by 1. He lit the jackpot.
James Coons missed the spider spin again. Sleeping at the wheel over there. I like it. We'll get it sometime.
This was unfortunate as well. He got his...
I think he can still get a deadhead, though.
Oh, we
Yes.
do now have a question of the day. Brian, your favorite costume? Luchador.
No?
That's what it says.
Okay.
Now, if he enters the crate, will he stack this with Scared Stiff?
No. He has to get out of this multi-ball first.
Enter.
So,
So you definitely
I
want
don't
to keep a
think-
ball trapped.
Yep, that ball on the left flipper is not moving.
Nice inlay.
Unless he gets too stuck
Nice
on the left
jackpot.
flipper.
Tip over? Maybe, maybe.
Look at
no. Couldn't really tell. Game well balanced there. You can see that from just
Nice.
that right there.
Nice break.
Oh,
That's good.
Beautiful. Nice.
patience. Nice bounce over. Brian's doing stuff I've never seen him do before. Patience. Good shooting. Wow. I'm impressed.
And he's got a ball save.
That was probably
Oh,
that was a little bit of bad luck there that his ball save got used on the multi-ball. He'd much rather have it right now. But so he needs to shoot the crate here to start the sequence.
So if you see those lights going up the middle like that, you want to shoot where those lights are.
perfect.
Turn out the lights. Just so everybody knows, James was supposed to turn the lights off too whenever that happened, but he failed that too. So
Oh, we were supposed to
Oh my gosh. This is just
do
all
the Scared
failing.
Stiff call out too. We were off the ball.
you guys did that during the pre-production
We
meeting.
did. I
Yeah.
got it, and then everybody kind of in unison. It was
Jared and I were tearing games down or building games or whatever, and I heard it over here. I was like, wow, that was pretty good.
So let's talk about how you advance through Scared Stiff. Petey, you want to give us a rundown on that?
So it starts off with both the crate and the ramp split, and then you choose one or the other, and then it alternates between the two. Shoot the ramp or shoot the crate. So when he shoots the ramp, then the crate will be lit. Apparently our jackpot light is out on the crate, but
Yeah, I see that.
Way to
you
go, Dan.
back and forth until you reach level 10 or 7.
Wow, he's just
8.
marching right through this.
The shots aren't hard. The hardest thing is surviving that kick
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
at the top 5 times.
Just heard a rooster.
Right. Get control here. Good. Take your time. 24 seconds.
Fudgicle sticks.
So Brian held true. He hit the leaper. He was going for the leaper, and he hit it. So congratulations on that.
He'll get to keep that 8 level, so he'll only need to make 2 shots if he gets back around to
Pretty cool.
Scared Stiff. But
So he's got to complete all 6
he's got to complete all
tails
6,
again.
and as you saw, he started his 2nd crate before getting there, so his 3rd crate's going to be god-awful.
Now we got Priyanka back up here. She took her flannel off. She means business now. She went with the sleeveless shirt now, so she's ready to go. I know that look.
I was trying to plunge it correctly this time.
Favorite costume, Captain Marvel. Do you like driving in Winnebagos too? Nobody knows the Winnebago reference. Captain Marvel used to ride around in a Winnebago from the 70s TV show. Come on. Is not everybody old? Oh, look at that. James did something right. He put the screen up there at the proper time.
Way to go, James. Yeah,
He's
the
on
only,
the ball now.
the only Winnebago I know is from National Lampoon's Vacation,
That's where I was
Oh my
thinking,
God.
Petey.
which would make an awesome pin as well.
Yes, if anybody's listening.
Yeah, Captain Marvel. Well, I'm older than both of you guys.
Ah,
There used to be a show on Saturday morning that had Captain Marvel. They used to ride around in a Winnebago, around with the almighty Isis. If you remember almighty Isis.
I do not.
And not that ISIS, but just a good ISIS.
What are you guys talking about Winnebagos over here?
Yeah, we are.
Winnebagos and ISIS.
We could talk about Winnebagos in the Blues Brothers, too, when they put the glue on the gas
There-
pedal.
Right there is the short plunge right into the spider scoop.
We've already seen
James?
Oh,
well
James
done.
is on it. He's not texting right now, so he's on it twice in a row. Good job, James.
Go, James.
Lewis's favorite costume is being an adult.
Being an adult.
I thought we saw Lewis's favorite costume a couple weeks ago when he had his pajamas on, but
Well, Sleepy Time Lewis is nice, yes.
I sure hope Sarah's at home watching this.
Did you have a sleeping cap on that day?
No, I had eye mask on though.
You had an eye mask on?
Yeah, I had an eye
Nice.
mask on.
I watched that. I can't remember. I thought you might have had a sleeping cap on.
There's the ramp.
There's the right ramp.
So I think the proper costume would be like a sleeping cap and pajamas, and you're carrying around a candle, like from Scooby-Doo with the handle on it.
Oh yeah.
That would be it. For me, anyway.
thank you for
I don't know if I'd be trying to go for the
Patience, Lewis.
spider web on the fly. The spider scoop.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, that you have to hit it on the fly if you're going for this though. That's the problem.
Well, then I'd say you'd probably have to shoot better.
Tribe Fan 879 in the chat room has given us the best Winnebago of all, Lone Star. From
Oh, my
Spaceballs.
gosh. Yes. Another
is
amazing
true.
pinball machine potential opportunity here. Spaceballs.
So what we're seeing
You know what
is
game
if
was
you-
in the Winnebago, don't you?
I forget which one.
There was
I
a
know
there was a
Knight
game
Rider
in
was
the Winnebago.
restaurant.
Okay,
I
so
don't
this is
remember
our trivia
This is a
question.
great trivia question.
So what
Come
pinball
on.
machine was in the Winnebago from Spaceballs?
Was it Black Knight 2000?
You are incorrect.
Okay.
And Dan's favorite costume is being an arcade tech.
Okay.
A British arcade tech.
Yeah,
All right,
not just
so-
not a lowly American tech.
Right.
He'd have to be a British.
Special breed.
So we got Brian and 3 games under $1 million.
Brian's just running away with this thing. Come on, buddy.
Where are we going?
You got to finish that off, man. You got to finish off. You got to do all the things again on one ball.
Okay.
You got this.
Yeah, you only have 2 spots left on the meter.
With this game, the Whitewood, or the early versions of this, there were awards that you could get that would advance the meter without being in that last mode. So it made it a lot more interesting. I think there were a couple Spider awards that could get it for you.
All right, so question from the chat. Real Ed said, can you maybe backhand the spider hole? I don't think from a cradle you
that
can
was
do it.
Interesting.
But
way
if
to do
you
it.
get the ball with some momentum and let it ride up the flipper and then backhand it as it's coming back down, I think you might be able to.
You can see as fast as that spider rotates around the back glass how hard it can be to stop on something you want.
Yeah. Now, if he had stopped on something that he had already stopped on, it's nothing. You can only get each award one time. You saw there he got the second eyeball. Collecting all 3 eyeballs in tournament mode gets you 2 million. In regular mode, it's an extra ball, and there's the risk of the kick out.
And he tried to do a nudge or something like that before the ball got there because he saw it was going to be in trouble. It did nothing. It just went out. It said, "We're done."
Yeah, the only way I could think he might be able to backhand that spider scoop would be a rolling backhand.
Right.
And even then,
I wouldn't even try it.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah, in competition, that's just asking for trouble.
Oh, that's the best time to try it.
Well, you play on the flies, Pete. You don't trap up or anything. You just play, and you do very well at it.
And I'm not afraid to try this thing. It's going to end up draining me too. And then I'll ask myself why I did that.
So Lewis, or the real Ed in the chat room says that Lewis should try the backhand. I don't know. There are times where there are times on these broadcasts where people foolishly listen to what I say. So I'm going to ask him to backhand the spider shot.
He's only got 2 down, so
yeah,
nothing to lose
and
at this
we're going to
point.
play another game anyway, so there's nothing to lose really. So I'm going to try to talk him into it though. So we're going to go. So
It's pretty convincible, I think.
I don't think I'll be able to talk him into it. So
All right.
so Lewis, there was a challenge in the chat room that was posed toward you
Yes.
that you should try to backhand the spider shot.
Yeah, it's better than the forehand for me at this point.
That was easy. I thought you might have a little resistance, but you just said, yeah, okay.
The chat room has come out with an answer for your trivia question. It was the one I thought as well.
It was Space Invaders. Great Bally wide body.
I'll choose that ball safe.
Love that game.
There we go.
When the alien exits the guy's body and the
Starts doing the dance.
That's
diner
Knight
at the
Rider.
end, what was the special?
Ding, ding,
I'm just
ding.
kidding.
Oh, now I can shoot it.
That wasn't a backhand, Lewis.
Well, I gotta light it first.
Oh, he didn't say it had to be lit,
That is true.
which would make it even more foolish to try it.
It would get you control.
Let's shoot it while it's not lit.
Here, I'll shoot it while it's not lit.
Okay.
Once it comes out of the pop bumper.
Wow, really nice pop bumper, actually.
Yeah, that's
Thank you, Dan Hall.
Monsters Lab.
Yeah, there you go. I shot it.
Nice job. In a roundabout way. You took the long way.
But was that the backhand?
Well, I gotta get I want to light it first, just because if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this and
There
get some
we
credit
go.
for it.
Oh, absolutely.
And the
Pop that
pass
over.
over, the trap,
Nope.
or
It's not gonna trap nicely, but I'll take the head.
The pig head.
Nice manners. Okay. Oh, whoa.
Oh,
Nice
what a great
nudge.
nudge.
Okay.
Oh, there
Nice
you
five
go.
catch.
Okay, so let's see if we can do it. I don't know. That's not happening. Wow.
Oh, hold on.
Just looking at that angle, it has to be a
He's gonna
rolling
figure it out.
backhand.
There. Oh, that was a very nice
It's-
try.
but yeah, it's not from a dead cradle. You have to get some
Some momentum on it.
momentum on it.
And you
Flipper's
can't.
a little sticky, so this is kind of hard to get it to quick flick.
Well, it's like playing Congo. You can't do it on this era of Bally. I tried it myself. I can't do it at all, and I'm glad that somebody else just validated it.
And
Oh,
also,
nice.
that happens.
That was nice.
That's a Spider-Man sling trap. All right, so the chances of Lewis backhanding this.
Slim to low.
Well, he's already given up. He's moved back to the forehand.
Nice post transfer.
I'm trying to get it. And there we go. I tried.
And that ended just as how I imagined it was
Yeah.
going to end.
If this right flipper wasn't sticky, I'd try it all day, but
Yeah, the tip.
Well,
the
there's
tip
a man
overs don't
coming
work
up
for some
telling
reason.
him about
right
it.
flipper's sticky.
Yeah, I told you.
The right flipper's not sticky. It's
I
just you
told
can't
you.
do tip overs. It's not that sticky. I played it.
That's not sticky. Oh.
I told you, Dan, it wasn't sticky. I told you there was no problem with those
It's
flippers.
definitely sticky.
It is definitely sticky.
No, it's not. You guys
It
are
is.
fine. You come on.
It's gone residual. The plunger magnetized on this, so
Oh,
I
Jill, the
I changed
plunger.
out everything. And then I tried it again, and
Does
it
the
was
ga-
still sticking.
Does the game flip?
Yeah.
Can you make all the shots?
Well, I can't.
Play on.
Okay.
Yeah, says the man sitting at 419,000 after 2 balls.
You know what my
my
objective
gosh.
is? I want to light one of these.
I like
There
how you
we go.
shoot. I like how
There
you
you go.
shoot low in the totem pole for that.
Yeah, I'm managing the expectations.
You got one.
Yeah. taxi drivers. Yay.
Tribe fan in the room says playing with your food it always ends bad. So yeah, Lewis was playing with his food. He was poking it with his fork, and it ended poorly. But then again, he started off by listening to me. So
I'd like to see Dan take the lead with 100 jackpots here.
he gets 100 jackpots. This will be the only game of Scared Stiff we play.
There we go. That's free, right? Or was that 2?
It was 3.
Okay.
It got you to
I'll take that.
3rd place.
Yay!
Well, you have 7 digits in your score now, so you should be happy.
I am. What should I go for?
Pick an eyeball.
No,
Don't pick an
I don't
eyeball.
want an eyeball.
Just pick an eyeball.
No,
Get the
I'm not
boogie.
having an eyeball.
Do something.
Use
even
the
if it's
flippers.
wrong.
Okay, we'll do that.
Hey, that worked. That wasn't
Actually,
a bad choice.
I actually choose that one intentionally a lot when the pops aren't responsive.
See the little lurking eyes on the side of the cabinet right there. Kind of cool within the spider web. Good graphic. Our producer James did something right tonight.
And
Well,
that
he's giving you
should
the bucket.
bring to the end. Our first game.
The producer's
Brian
going
with
to
a
mute Fred.
really good one, and the others will have a second crack at it.
All right, so what do we got? We got Brian Tessier kicking everybody's butt.
But before,
Lewis Bevins listening to me like a fool.
but before we go to our second game, we go to our next sponsor of the evening, Pinstadium.
The wait is over. A revolution in LED lighting for your pinball is finally here. Fully customizable, full spectrum lighting from Pinstadium Lights. Order yours now at pinstadium.com.
And you could probably find Pinstadium lights out at Expo if you're out there this weekend. If not, check out their website and look into their fine products for your games.
So the World Cup soccer we played up at Mike's house in Toronto over the weekend. We put Pinstadium lights on it. First time I installed them, stupid easy to install.
Right.
So +1 there.
So you
We
can
took-
handle it?
And we took properly exposed before and after photos with identical camera settings, and it was absolutely night and day. So, and that's not even a game I would consider as dark as some others. and
Right.
it still made a massive difference.
We haven't mentioned this yet. This is a Dennis Nordman game. He's part of deeproot now, so be interesting to see with his deeproot titles if any elements of his old games will come into play.
Music is so cool in this game too. Like we talked about how Haunted House music was awesome.
Right.
The music in this game is phenomenal.
And the call-outs are hysterical.
And I know there's a much rumored Elvira 3 coming out.
Why did I do that?
Yeah, Frostbite was in the chat room asking if they think it'll be as risque as this one.
I can't see how it wouldn't be.
I hope
That's
so.
kind of like her character. And I know Cassandra, what's her Peterson, right?
Peterson, yeah.
Peter-
Yep.
yeah. She just celebrated her 68th birthday
Wow.
not too long ago. So
how much part did she have in some of these call-outs? Because I'd like to think a lot of these follow her natural kind of interesting humor.
like just anything I've
which
ever
I
seen
love.
with her, like on her shows or any movies or anything she's been a part of, it goes along with her style. So I would
Right.
think that she has a lot to do with it.
I mean, they absolutely captured it perfectly in this game. And I
And,
think they did. Go ahead, Pete.
When they debuted this game, she was at the presentation for it, so she did have a very big part in both this and Elvira and the Party Monsters.
Yeah, this is the brand she built, man. She owns it, and she does a great job of whatever she's involved in. So who's supposed to make Elvira 3? I know I've heard it out there before, but
I think Stern is
I
the
think, I
rumor.
thought that was a Stern.
okay, I wasn't. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't remember who it was, but I know it's been rumored, and they talked about it at. Nice save. That was a great tip over.
Okay.
Yeah, but you knew exactly what you're doing. You saw it coming down, and then you shook it and tipped it right over. It was perfect.
Oh, thank you. I just was like, not again.
What I'm looking forward to in that game too is the use of the full display, a full color
Right.
TV screen or whatever LCD panel, as opposed to the dot matrix display. There's just endless potential with her branding.
Oh yeah.
That's okay.
Got into the slings and said, "See you, bye."
Angelo Grant in the chat room asking, were the pop bumpers always that bright and dynamic, or have they been modded? This game has been LED'd out. Dan was mentioning to us that the LEDs, actually, Dan's coming up, so we'll ask him about that.
I know there's some blue ones in
You
the
ask me about something?
about the LEDs in the game.
Sure, the LEDs,
Yeah.
putting LEDs in the game, that caused some issues with the game?
It did with this particular one because we had a couple of LEDs burn out, and we don't have any replacement LEDs of the exact same sort here at Pappa. So I swapped one out with a white LED and one out with an incandescent. And there are a couple of other little things like you see how the flashers go with the flippers. It's picking up just enough current from the coils firing.
You know,
to
if you
light the
used
LED.
Comet, none of this would have happened.
Well,
You may proceed.
Okay.
I don't want to play this game. It's in terrible shape. I don't want to play it now. Forget it. Just turn it off. Let's turn the broadcast off. Let's go home.
Yeah, that's right.
We've got Haunted House, which is playing now.
That's
So
right.
No, it's ruined for me. It's totally ruined.
All right.
LEDs have ruined my life.
I'm going to stop this on the white LED. There we go.
and we got the Boogie
I
Man.
love this mode.
Now, when this game was prototyped, there were two rubber boogeymen that were on the slings that would dance with the music.
Yeah, I had functional ones on mine when I owned it. That was a great little toy.
Apparently, they removed it from production, but people modded it back
yeah.
on
Ball save.
Huh? Why?
because you're in
It
Boogie
feels
Man.
sorry for you.
Yeah. Taking some pity on me.
They did it because you shot the white LED.
Oh, that's why.
I kind of like those bright pop bumper LEDs because it
I
is
think it
like
looks great.
electricity.
It's a great
Come
blue
on.
color.
Come on. Get in there.
Listen to the music on this. Well, the music's off now. Way to ruin it, Dan.
You're welcome.
Actually, he did a good thing. Well, it's about the Boogeyman's almost done, but that is one of the Spider Wheel awards. If you get that and then go into a multi-ball, it's
Yeah, I was wondering, I mean, like, if I wanted Boogeyman Boogie, I would have chosen Boogeyman Boogie. But it's just like, no, you're having it, whether you want it or not.
Say that again, Boogie.
No. You say it.
Wow. Dan Hall's favorite costume is LED Lover.
Uh-huh.
So Dan walks around with all the rope lighting that we have here at Pappa.
That's right.
And he walks
Wrap
around, he's
yourself up
ensconced in LED lighting. He has a really long extension cord when he takes his kid trick-or-treating.
If I'm wrapping myself up in lamps, it's going to be EL wire. And I'm going to have a 400-volt power supply strapped to my hip, and it's going to be amazing.
So he wants to be a character from Tron, apparently. I don't
That's all right.
that
He
would
wants
be
to walk
back
around
there.
with a portable electric chair, it sounds like to me.
All right.
What should
Now,
I choose?
Something.
don't choose the one you already chose.
Choose the one that you had that was white.
Beat
I'll
the
do
crate.
Beat the crate, yeah.
Okay, you'll see the meter going up and down.
No, you won't.
If he actually
No,
would have
you
hit the
won't.
crate, he would have got 10,000 times whatever number it was on.
So Pete, did you see what he tried to do? He actually shot the ball on purpose. He tried to backhand the right ramp
I liked it.
from that kick out. I don't know what he was thinking there.
I would have tried it.
I don't think anybody would even do that by accident.
Do
I
what?
can't believe the ball went that far
Try
to
to-
the right
he-
on the fly.
Try to backhand the right ramp on the fly.
The
From
ball
the right
came out of
flipper.
the ball came out of the spider shot, and then his first shot was to backhand the right ramp, and then the ball went right down the middle as it should have.
Sorry about the mic hit there.
I can't hear anything now.
Nothing?
Well,
I can't hear anything.
We're just kidding, Lewis.
well, Lewis, the chat room is asking, they miss your poem. So after this ball, you need to come up with a scared stiff poem.
No, but Dan has to read it though. It says here.
Yeah, it does.
Dan has to read Lewis's new poem, and
It
then
must contain the word boogie.
I was just gonna say it has to say Boogie.
Okay, I think this one is stuck proper.
Hey Dan, come over here,
Extra balls are not enabled on this one.
because
Where
Lewis
shall I
is
put this? Shall I put it
Where's
in the shoe lane or
Mark
in his
Salas at? We need some of that juice on this
the
gate.
Salas gate. Well, it might have been one of those rusty gates that we put on like Johnny
ball.
Mnemonic so the spinner wouldn't
Yeah.
spin.
That's why.
Did you say Johnny Mnemonic?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the one we put the rusty spinner on Johnny Mnemonic so people couldn't just get spinner billions. So that's what we did. We took a gate from an old scared
Push the
stiff.
glass up.
Never heard that story.
No.
They
Oh,
literally
really?
They went back into the
don't know about
pinball
sticking.
graveyard and dug a really rusty spinner off there, cleaned it up a little bit to make it nice, but left the rust on the spinner. And when you hit that spinner, you got like 2 spins.
You might get 2 spins, and
That's
that takes
fantastic.
away that strategy that you go for spinner billions on Johnny Mnemonic. I can't believe you've never heard that story.
I haven't. That's
That is
hilarious.
one of Mark
That's great,
Steinman's greatest
actually.
fixes.
There.
All right, what did you do, Lewis?
I forehanded the spider.
He actually made the shot.
Did Dan oil the gate? Because Dan would have to tear the game down the wood to oil the gate. 'Cause that's what Dan does. You tell him that like the flipper rubber is broken, he tears the game down completely to wood, rebuilds the bumpers, rebuilds the flippers, and then forgets to change the flipper rubber. That's how dedicated Dan Hall is, folks.
Don't forget all the paint touch-ups he does too.
He gets it to Ted Garner.
I'm
Hey,
trying not to go for spider, I swear.
you were doing that in game 1.
Yeah, I was trying to change it up for game 2.
All right, there's our.
Well, you couldn't have done any worse in game 1. Why wouldn't you just stick with the same strategy?
Now you
Well,
saw
it's working now, though.
you saw there he got
It's working
crate
when I miss.
multi-ball extend. When he starts the crate multi-ball, he'll have a ball saver. When he drains down to 1 ball, it will re-kick the balls
That's
back
3?
into play.
Yeah, and for me personally, I think the extenders are the 2 best awards on the board for that reason.
Marcelo asks in the room if we have extra balls turned on. Do we have them on?
No.
Okay, they're turned off.
6.
Tournament
This,
settings.
7 left ramps.
Nope, not 8.
There's great call-outs when you do that, too.
Also, Les Orchard says first time watching, loves the camera setup. Thank you, Les.
Thanks for joining
And
us.
thanks for thanks for tuning in, and hopefully you'll come back and watch us. We're on every Monday at 7:30 roundabout. Unless we have a technical problem where James forgot to turn everything on, and
Or I'm running the booth.
well, Lewis is usually right on point. James is over there texting or something. I don't know what he's doing.
When the YouTube title is wrong from the previous week, and that's the only thing wrong, it's a good night.
I know it. The last broadcast that it was like done in 2014, and that was totally James's fault. He forgot to change the title.
Hey, did you guys change the title this week?
No,
We didn't.
I asked.
Good
but,
job.
you know.
The chat room says I was trolled by the title.
Yeah.
You know what? You got scared stiff, and you're just going to have to deal with it.
So James Coons carries on the tradition of having the wrong title on our broadcast. Congratulations to James.
We double dares you to
All right,
watch
so
some
Lewis
Scared Stiff and
has got a
Haunted
ball
House.
trapped on each flipper and going to start cycling here. Left ramp, right
Gonna
ramp,
try to
left ramp,
cycle.
right ramp.
Stop shooting the leapers, Lewis. They're not going to give you any points.
No, they are. They're totally going to give me points.
10 points. That
10?
left, I was going to say, that left ramp is much more valuable.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I take 10
Look at
over
that leap.
550,000.
I want that non-existent leaper champion.
Hey, I proved by winning the Deadpool launch tournament that having a 10-point ball can be a good thing.
A 10-point ball was had, and it was
had
very
on a
impressive.
modern
I saw,
game.
I
still
saw the
don't know how
picture of it. I
I
was
did
like,
it.
how the hell did that even happen?
Yeah.
Didn't a 0-point ball happen too?
That
Not
would
by
have taken
me.
a tilt.
Yeah, because you get
10 in bonus.
10 in bonus.
10 points in bonus.
Yeah, they
Good
have
ball, Lewis.
Thank you.
Facebook groups for stuck balls and close scores. They need a Facebook group for the 10-point ball.
There is a Facebook group for lowest scores, and that post made it from my Deadpool debacle.
There's a group on
There is a group.
on Pinside too that has the lowest scores ever somewhere in there. I've seen it. It's some pretty low scores.
I'm sure there's EMs you can get like 1-point ball.
You get 0. Well, yeah. Oh, absolutely, you can. It's been a while since Brian got to play. Hi, Brian.
Hi, guys.
He's like aged in the time since his first ball. His favorite costume is Fred Cochran.
Usually,
No.
nobody wants to be Fred Cochran for
No
Halloween.
one wants that.
Not even my own daughter. Wow.
Like the kids run away in horror down the street.
Brian's showing us how this game can. One game could be great. The next one, it could just go horribly wrong.
Well, this is a Halloween-themed show, so things are going horribly wrong, which is actually a good thing. Priyanka back up with 508,000.
Are they going horribly wrong?
Horribly long.
wrong. Can't even say that.
Did I say
Tough
long?
to say.
Or did I say wrong?
You said long.
That's terrible.
Oh, I just noticed these
Hello.
are frogs instead of.
No, they're
boogeymen.
leapers.
They're leapers.
Oh.
The night of the leapers.
Wait,
If
I
you-
thought there were boogeymen there too. Maybe it was.
I think they used to be there. You
Yeah,
said
the
what-
boogeymen used to be on the slings. It's a mod that can be added, but that was removed when
Production cost.
production.
probably.
Well, they found that the boogeymen were falling apart. And
They are plasticky.
And if you lick the leapers, you get leapersy.
Oh my.
Oh, nice one.
look up, stop the Evan.
Is that like emergency?
Yes.
All right, she chose double trouble here.
Another
Yeah.
good mode.
Leapersy,
Especially if you can stack it with a multi-ball.
Oh, ball save. Don't move. Don't go anywhere. Don't backhand the right ramp. Don't do a Dan Hall. I
Okay,
shot to
now.
the spider. So what are we gonna go for, Pre?
Whatever it is, it'll be double. So she got double boogeyman.
I was gonna
That's
say if James
pretty
would've
good.
shot to the camera there, we could have seen what you were choosing, but James didn't do that. So
Oh,
Ah.
Double boogies.
double boogies. Must be dry. All right,
Now
Dan. Hey, Dan Hall. It was not a good
Yeah.
idea to backhand the right ramp, so don't do that again.
Okay.
You're in the lead here, I think.
no, he's in second.
No.
Second?
I'm in
I didn't
second.
see. I
Lewis.
don't.
Well, I've
killed his
not
ball.
played my ball yet.
I don't pay
So
attention to
give-
the scores. Oh, he has 8 million.
Give me a minute. And we'll see what we can do.
He actually thinks his ball's going to last a minute.
Well, it might.
My God, you guys are harsh.
Fred said, hey, he's going to get a chance to see how he ruined his own game here, right?
Yeah.
Basically.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
I don't think you can shoot the ramp anymore, Dan.
I'm gonna.
You got to shoot that left orbit.
Now he's going to start leaper mania and lock a ball.
Why the hell not, right?
One more for multi-ball, Dan.
If you can get that multi-ball, it's going to be real easy to get those leapers.
there was a really subtle but nice nudge there off the top of the left sling.
Oh, he's got the spell.
Cast.
He's got the lock lit.
Backhanded the left ramp.
So that can say that shooting that left ramp and then shooting that lock shot is pretty satisfying. It
Yeah.
clunks right in there. It just feels great to shoot it.
A little bit later.
Bounces off a,
Oh, boy.
come on. Gonna do the crate as well, because why not?
Now would be a good time to get double trouble and then start multi-ball.
Oh, it would.
And which one's that?
Assuming I can make that shot, but I can't. So, just
Well.
gonna do that.
That'll work too. Now, because he chose the coffin extend, since he had lock lit, it gives him an automatic lock, which
That's
would be lock 3. So he starts the multi-ball. That one will give you either light your lock or give you the lock, and then give you the extend. And you
So
can tell you
it's-
still have the extend by the 2 orange, I guess, lightning bolts right above the flippers.
How's Dan still playing here?
I don't know, but all he needs is pop bumpers to.
Okay, so now he's down to 1 ball, and because of the extend,
You got the
here
extender.
they come again.
And Dan is right back in the game here.
Some loop shots here would be big, then 5.
Yeah, if left orbit will put it into the pops to finish off all the tails.
A nice favorable bounce. Got a jackpot shot and a live shot. That was nice.
You got a spell bonus. You don't see that often.
Right down the middle. Okay, Dan. Go to the laboratory, buddy.
Left
Yeah,
orbit.
maybe. Maybe I'll do that.
Stop shooting the leapers, Dan.
But I like the leapers. If you play this game with the glass off, they leap right out of their holes.
Right off the playfield, I think, too.
Yep.
And the clock is
Get him a hole.
verified.
Get
Dan
him a
has
hole.
played for longer than a minute. Great job, Dan.
Okay.
This on-the-fly play is making me nervous.
He's got this.
It's more
Nice
fun.
shot.
It's more fun that way.
It's more fun to compete.
Yeah.
Up to 4 can play.
Unless you're playing a Sega.
Up to 6 can play.
Yeah. Oh.
It's all right.
Yeah.
That was a really
Ball.
cool shot right there.
Ball.
Right, shots the in lane and came up and over right down the middle.
Yeah, once that
Unfortunately,
chat started, I got real nervous. And hey, he held his bonus too.
the Iron Maiden target has not been invented yet.
All right, so who hit more leapers so far, me or Dan? Anybody keep count?
Nope. But
I'll
is
be
it-
honest
is
with
it
you.
in
Dan
the,
just cranked out about 10 or 15.
Is it in the status report?
I could
I
check.
don't think it is.
Do we have to go into the menu to see how many leapers have been hit?
Lepers.
Leopers. Terrible.
There's nothing in there.
Yeah,
Nothing.
How many tails remain and how many right ramps you got?
Have you talked about the secret passage?
Nope, because nobody's hit it yet.
Oh, I see. We're gonna wait.
Yep. You got to keep something secret.
I'll be perfectly honest with you. Until Steve Bowden came here and did all the Pinburg reveal videos, when we did that here in the building, I had no idea there was a secret passage in this game.
There is.
I had no idea. I was like, somebody's like, oh, the secret passage is broken. I was like, that has a secret passage, and it must be really secret because I have no idea where it's at.
So
Go ahead. Since you got the ball trap, point out the secret.
Nope.
Or don't.
Oh, the secret passage. Let's see. The secret passage you can make if you shoot beneath the head of the snake.
Oh, he made it a poem. I liked it.
He made it a poem? Is he like Lenny Poffo?
There, give me the lab.
All right, so he'll be ready for trying to get to Scared Stiff once this multi-ball's done. But he has the extender, so might as well
keep plugging
fire away.
Yep.
Okay, he's used his extender up. So now's a good time to shoot some leapers.
Hey, James, can you throw that graphic up again and what the score was between Lewis and Dan on leaper hits? Okay, Lewis is 113, Dan's 228, so you got a long way to go here. I saw that briefly whenever I just kind of peeked up and I saw that.
Give me the jackpot.
So Lewis is about down 2 to
Out
1.
the lights.
He's turning on the
It's
lights,
time
though.
to get Scared Steve. See, you
I'm
missed it.
so scared I'm going to take this right down the drain. I'm calling it. Let's go.
Again, James forgot to turn the lights off of the building when that happened, so strike 18 to James for the day.
Man, we're gonna have a lot of post-editing work to do here.
I know. Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. So Lewis is...
You tried.
he doesn't want to keep it interesting.
Okay, so he survived the first.
I'm keeping it very interesting.
Now for the second.
Cool.
All right, he should be able to get a hold of this one.
No sling.
Oh, that was on me.
Yes, it
He was right. That was
Lewis has actually had a couple really good live catches like that where he just grabs the ball and it sticks to the flipper. That was not one of them. That was not one of them.
needs more pine tar.
George Brett can help him out with that.
So a lot of almost I think every Bally Williams game of this era had a cow somewhere in
Right.
it.
This one does too.
So does this one. Anybody? We'll throw that
We
as a
just
trivia
covered this
question
somewhere.
to
We just
chat.
covered this somewhere.
Does anybody in chat know where the cow is in Scared Stiff?
Ooh. That's one of those instances where if you watch how the ball just drained on Brian, that removing rubber post rubbers on the games aren't always the best thing to do. The post rubbers are in, and the ball just spun off and went out the drain. So when you play test your games, you can see what works and what doesn't work. And shaking the game violently to get the ball out works for Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
James was ready,
James,
but the game
a
wasn't.
little premature on the spider spin there. I've got inside his head exactly as I planned.
That was interesting. It fell off the ramp, and he got a pig head.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice drop catch. Oh. What's he going? Oh.
Lock is lit. Oh, nice nudge.
patience.
What's Brian's leaper score?
3.
He
Brian
has a-
never misses.
He has a long way to go.
Make it
Out
4.
4. He's going to pass it over probably. Yep. Brian has 6. That's unofficial scores, by the way. Brian finally hits the left orbit to start his multi-ball.
Finally, right?
You have
Yes.
the extender or no?
We have a correct chat answer, Mr. Wolf. One of the deadheads is Meathead,
Yep.
which is a cow.
Meathead's the cow?
Meathead is the cow.
Nice. I probably beeped at Meathead as I drive down the turnpike. I have a habit of honking the horn at cows, and I probably have done that before.
Weren't you just saying earlier, Fred, that after you have a really good game, you sometimes have a bad one?
Brian, oh, that's a great drop catch again.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Brian said, enough of this 2 million stuff. I'm coming back.
Brian got Skittles.
He might only have 6 leapers, but he's kicking some butt now.
And there's like a dent in the side of the cabinet from all the slaps.
I think John's over there with the meat hook. Oh, nice save.
Nice.
Oh, nice tip over. Nice
Oh, that's
nudge. Brian displaying.
Oh my gosh.
Brian's skills here are right on point.
And it's one of those things that just
nice
watching the
tip over.
video, you can't see what he's doing
Right.
to the cabinet.
So all he has left now is the crate, and that hit will light the crate,
Push forward there to save that.
and that will start it.
Don't listen, do you? Monsters? Demons? Zombies? Taxi driver! Quick! Hit the crate!
Bam. Hit the crate. Ba, ba, ba.
Now he'll want to try to keep one of these tucked away so that he can start going for Scared Stiff.
I like when he goes, hoo-ah.
Did they get Al Pacino to do the voiceover for that?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. No, Tim, I don't think so.
I like that obnoxious scream. Great up and over by Brian. He had 2 balls trapped on the left flipper. Popped one up just a little bit. Took the ball that was left on the flipper. Shot it under.
I'm more impressed with those on-the-fly shots. Right in.
This game has some really cool mods for it with lighting
Nailing it.
too. Like the crate that Brian's shooting for.
Multiple jackpots.
I had switched mine out to have different color eyes. Put different LEDs in there. And then we can't see the candle pile in the top right part of the playfield. The people have put flames in there and some other things to give that a cool lighting effect as well.
Yeah, I don't mind when people mod games. It's just when they get totally out of control with it. It's got to be tastefully done. It's got to go with the theme of the
Right.
game. And just throwing all purple lights in a game is, in my opinion, isn't creative. You
And
don't
the
create
lights.
any atmosphere.
Speaking of lights, they're still on, James.
Yeah, got to turn the lights off, James.
This'll scare the pants off you.
James keeps on threatening to mute us. But then nobody talking, so he's not gonna do that.
No, he'll just mute you two and let me do all the work.
Pete is always thinking.
I know who has the power in this
Nice.
broadcast. It's clearly Brian. He's
Everybody's-
at level 1, level 2.
Everybody is watching this masterful job that he's doing currently.
And I love the heartbeat as well.
I was checking my pulse. I thought that was mine. Oh,
As the clock runs
Great
down, the
ball,
pulse
though.
gets faster and faster.
great ball by Mr. Tessier. And he gets booed from the crowd, and James is giving him a golf clap. 12 million. Going
It's
in the
not for the
ball.
lead.
Pre went out and got dinner while that ball was occurring, I think.
Where'd you
Frog
go
legs.
Where'd you get food at?
What?
Where'd you get? We said you went out to get dinner while that ball was going on. So where'd you go get food?
I just went to the river,
You went to the river.
the creek.
Okay, Priyanka's got 46 leapers so far. She's got
Again,
some work to do.
All these scores are unofficial till verified.
Okay.
Apparently they don't award a lot of points, do they?
Well, that's across 2 games.
I like that decision there.
So whenever we talked about validating playfield earlier, as long as her score is still flashing like it is, Priyanka will be able to continue doing this until it becomes a solid score.
Nice.
or until she gets the desired result that she's looking for, which is that.
Ah.
James right on top of the spinning spider. Good job, James.
And Priyanka starts Leaper Mania.
So we're gonna add to this 46 total.
There's 47. She's just going to keep on hitting them. That's cool. Uh-oh. Nice
That's not
save.
what I'm trying to do.
Well, you're doing it really well. Another nice tip.
If
over.
it isn't in tournament mode, the first Leaper Mania will normally light you an extra ball if you complete it. She got 4 of the 5 frogs there.
So one of the nice little touches about this game is whenever she went up the left ramp and it was going to come back down, it said, uh-oh, because it came back down backwards. So the game's letting you know that you're in trouble.
Yeah, I was gonna mod Adam's family to say you're dead when I do that on that bear kick ramp.
Pre just gets down into her low stance now. Her multi-ball stance. Just notice she put her flannel back on too, so I'm not sure if that means she means business or she's cold. It's a gloomy, rainy day here in Pittsburgh.
No.
Yeah, and the climate inside the Papa building is always up in the air.
Nah, it's nice right now. I
It
think
is
I have
nice
the
right
heat
now.
set to 71 or something right now, I think. With the upcoming PPO, we have to be warm.
Frostbite asking in the chat room, does the spinning spider break down often on this game? And I don't think it does. I've only seen one ever broken, and the game compensated still. It showed the light spinning around. The spider just didn't move. So
I've never seen a spider broken.
Yeah, it's a pretty common, easy DC motor that doesn't have a lot of failure points in it.
All right, Priyanka got her extender, so the balls come back into play. Her ball save is now over, so she is no longer on borrowed time.
In fact, I've seen people mod the spider, give it like googly eyes and some other fun stuff.
wow. Good control there, and hits the ramp shot to relight the spider.
Oh, what was that?
A big backspin. That's what that was. I was talking about that earlier. Brian had one that favored him and went back to his flipper. That one spun toward the middle and went right down the middle.
Oh my gosh.
That was a rough break. So we got Dan Hall. He was in the lead a little while ago. He was.
Yeah, what happened?
Found
You're
himself
losing
in
now?
third place.
Brian happened and Lewis happened.
Oh, man.
But if you can plunge the spider and
He needs what? Some
just,
pop bumpers?
just pop,
Yeah.
so
And
choose the one in the bottom middle and then win.
Oh, that's right.
You don't need that
go.
ball.
So if the ball gets stuck on that gate, does he just call himself as a tech, or does he have to call a separate tech?
Rough break there. He was hoping to get another crack at it, but
Well,
caught
the
the sling.
Okay,
But
that'll
this
do
will
it.
work.
Well, the one thing that
two. Come on, come on.
the one thing that Dan was doing well.
Am I gonna do this for 2 bumper
The one in the
hits?
bottom
Yes, you
center
are.
is what
Bottom
you
center,
want.
bottom center.
There we
Yeah,
go.
there we go.
Okay.
This is my favorite part of the movie.
Nice
Nails it.
shot.
All right.
No, this is where I
James.
get nervous and break it.
We're done. We're done insulting James because we've lost all hope.
Okay. My stiffometer is fully turned on.
I hope.
So James, since we've been
That was a
since we've been given
sticky flipper. That's
we've
what
been giving
happened there.
James crap. James come over and turned off a light as opposed to all the lights.
And I'm watching the stream, and I don't think it did a thing.
It distracted Dan and lost the ball during scared stiff.
Oh, he
Put a
blamed
hit.
he blamed the sticky flipper.
Well, yeah, of course.
There we go.
Lewis needs that light.
Well,
All
we're no
right,
longer
so-
getting scared stiff.
So you need 600,000. What's your plan?
My plan is to shoot the left.
That's not your
My
plan.
plan is to
That's the
try
right
to
orbit.
shoot the left ramp.
This would be bad.
My
right
ultimate plan would not be to drain.
Oh, boy.
Uh oh.
You mean like that?
Okay, let's see what happens here. What's the bonus?
I don't know. If there's not
close.
much bonus.
Not even
60,
close.
90, 83.
It's all right. I would have got hit in the chair anyway, so let's just say I threw that.
You would have got hit in the chair.
I'm gonna say there was some shady things going on here because that might have been like some gambling stuff going on there. All right, so we are going to go to one of our sponsors. We are going to go to Pindigo. Pindigo is the premier social score tracking app for pinball players. Save your scores, follow your friends, compare and compete. Available for iOS and Android. Check it out online at pindigo.app. So thanks to all of our sponsors, of course, Pindigo and Pinstadium and deeproot and Pappa Play and everybody else. And Brian Tessier.
Hi.
Hi, Brian.
How you doing?
I'm doing well.
So Brian's going to play his third game of Scared Stiff. Maybe somebody will finish Scared Stiff. I don't know.
Soon.
I'm determined,
I
man.
want to welcome Louis Bevins and Priyanka to
Hello.
our broadcast booth.
Can
So, as a reminder to everyone out there, just because you're behind by an inconsequential number of points doesn't mean you are guaranteed to win. Let that be the lesson taken from that game for everyone.
Well, we're all here to have fun.
Exactly.
And, you know, of course we're going to make fun of everybody.
I
And
mean,
that's
yes.
just what we do. And Louis is going along with it, so good on Louis for having some good camera time.
I mean, if we could teach them life lessons along the way, that's even better.
Yeah, have fun. That's what pinball's all about.
Well, yes.
I
Yes.
realized as I was playing it, I was so used to Scared Stiff having lightning flippers that all of my shots were weird. And I was like, this game doesn't come with them originally,
Nope.
but people here like to put them on.
Yes, we do, because this game tends to play long if you don't.
That's I guess, is it a Pittsburgh thing? Because
I-
I played more Scared Stiffs with lightning flippers locally than anywhere else.
Yeah, anytime I know that they're used in tournaments here, I can't speak for anywhere else that I've played, because I haven't played very many of these in tournaments other places, actually. Yes, lightning flippers are just kind of par for the course.
I don't know, just makes it extra spooky, I guess. I guess the one I'm thinking of, it has like black lightning flippers.
I remember that one. Was red. It was evil.
It was real evil. Or I remember Joe had clear flippers on it.
I
or
think you had the
like
flipper rubbers on them that were clear. Yeah,
like glow in the dark.
that was the one that had the orange legs over at his house.
Yeah.
That was all modded out.
So, Petey, what are you going to go for?
A drain.
Other than
drain?
a drain?
I'm guaranteed to get 3 of them.
Eyeball.
Eyeballs are boring, but all right.
Petey Hendricks' favorite costume is the man in the yellow hat. A lot of Curious George going on.
1, 2.
Ah.
Count my own leapers.
Counting leapers.
Petey loves the leapers. So who finished winning that last game? Was that Dan Hall?
No, Brian
No.
did.
Brian
Brian
Tessier.
Brian
Nice
did.
job.
Spoiler alert.
DPC in the chat says, was the Medieval Madness remake a good idea? I don't see why not. More pinball.
I mean, there was definitely a few popular games out there. Medieval Madness,
Attack from Mars?
Attack from Mars,
Yeah,
Monster
Monster
Bash. The remakes they're making are like super popular games, and there's a lot of demand for them. So I can see, you know, an extra 1,000 or 2,000 being out on the market, and with a little bit of extra 2000s flair.
Wasn't it Planetary who did the Medieval Madness?
Yes.
And because I remember being in Chicago and going on the quote Expo Stern tour, and then being able to see the line that we're doing that there.
Yeah, they were building them there, yeah.
I really wanted to sneak a troll, but I couldn't.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the argument. The one side of the argument that I know that I hear a lot is it devalues the original games. I don't know. I don't collect pinball machines. I play a ton of them, but I don't collect them, so I don't know. The truth to that.
Does it really?
Depends.
Originals are still going to be worth
Yeah,
stuff, yeah.
I think those games. I think the games just are going. The ones they're remaking are popular games anyway, so I think they're going to be similar in value.
Yeah.
I personally would probably want an original, just because that's how I am. Oh, wait a minute.
He's
Hold
an
on. Where'd this
original.
guy come from?
Fred
Cochran is the original.
The original what?
They broke the mold a long time ago, Aton.
But that was on
Thankfully.
purpose.
Hi, Aton.
Certainly
Hello.
was. So he's got his good guy shirt on with Chucky. So he's playing the Halloween role as well.
Yep.
This is the end, my friend.
He just snuck in here. He wasn't here 2 seconds ago, and he just kind of sidled in.
We were chumming it up in the
Oh, yeah.
green room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's been just chilling out in the green room, keeping us all busy.
Well, James has been keeping me over here working, so I don't have no idea what's going on over there.
Oh, come on. You like it.
Yeah, I don't know. Our viewers might, have a different opinion.
Oh, it's gonna spin. Spin it. Spin it. Spin it.
Spinach. Spinach.
Yeah.
Oh, you got ahead.
All right, Aton, so you always have a really, deep, introspective view of what you're going to do when you play this game. And, of course, I say that with the most sarcasm I possibly can. What do you like to do when you play this game, Aton, besides keep the ball in play?
I can't talk. I'm keeping the ball in play.
Okay, there you go. Deep introspective insight by Aton Gold.
I have actually a very important strategy. See, what I do is I try and get the best jokes to play.
Okay.
Okay, and then listen.
Yeah, let's say I do that.
Okay, I got you. Your favorite costume, by the way, Jack-o'-lantern. Good choice.
What is your favorite joke?
My favorite joke, or in this game?
In this game, let's go with.
Anything that censored.
Probably something that has to do with chicken.
No, I hate chicken. Chicken's the worst. Ugh.
I like it when she mentions lawyers or taxi drivers. But that's not even a joke, is
That's
it?
that's the beginning of ball.
Yeah.
Hey, lawyers can be scary. You just don't want to be on the bad side of one.
Yeah, as long as you're, on the good side.
No.
I hit the crate again. Nope, that's the ramp.
Nope.
But the ramp's fun. I like the ramp. Fred, I don't know if you could tell this, but I don't really play for points.
I've never noticed that. I must pay attention more.
I like his vibe right now. He's like just playing it up.
I'm chilling.
Not
Yahtzee.
Don't care about points. You're just getting more ramps than I got.
Well, that's the beauty of this game. Ramps get you points.
Mm-hmm. It is kind of like the third hidden strategy is just to shoot the ramps. If you're dialed onto a ramp,
It's not very hidden.
ramp.
It's hidden like my pants are hidden. They're not.
Yeah, actually, they're kind of hidden on the camera.
You almost had all the
All right,
eyes.
Aton just playing relaxed and having fun. Puts up 2 million points.
And more importantly, carries 770,000 into the next ball.
That's a big bonus.
Big bonus held.
So let's see if Brian Tessier is going to do the same thing. Play his first 2 balls, lull everybody into a false sense of security, and then kick their butts.
Worked last game.
Yeah. Okay, he didn't plunge it into the rusty gate.
So the first time you ever started Scared Stiff, did you think you broke the game? Because I did. It's very like
I don't even
class
know
of
if I've ever
1812.
even gotten it before.
No way. I don't
I
believe that.
think Fred's pulling a fast one
Really,
here.
you get at least 2 modes just by hitting stuff.
Yeah.
More specifically, top lanes for Deadheads and then pops for Monsters Lab.
I like how you guys are building up my confidence and telling me that I did these things. When
Well, any dummy can do it.
any dummy can do it.
Oh, come on.
Well, that was pretty rough.
Even Fred? Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm trying to live up to Elvira.
Wow.
Her-
At my expense.
yeah.
I like it though. I kind of like it.
Lewis is being very quiet. He knows he's next.
I'm studiously taking tally marks on your leaper hits right now.
Listen, if you're sitting next to me in the booth, you're going to be next eventually.
Oh,
So-
I know I'm next. It's just a matter of time.
Oh no. And it wasn't extended, so that's all.
Our producer James Coons applauds Brian and his futility on multi-ball.
Unfortunately, that wasn't even a leaper. Move.
But I get the cow, so
No,
I
that's
win.
a good question. What's your favorite Deadhead? You know any of them?
Brian's just going to end that ball and walk away, not really say much of anything.
There's so many good deadheads. I'm not sure which one to go with.
I like the little head.
Jerry Garcia? Maybe?
Or what is...
Fish
we
head's
need-
all right.
Fish head's good. We need a list of Deadheads. Anyone want to help us out?
The man in the
No.
yellow hat up to play now?
I'm actually impressed. He brought a yellow hat instead of his usual duds.
You can't wear a cowboy hat with the headphones. It doesn't
You
work.
can wear it under the headphones.
Next week, if I remember, I'll bring my Atlanta hat.
Oh, the Atlanta hat. The Atlanta hat is probably the second best PD
I
hat.
forget the Atlanta hat.
In the realm of PD hats, it goes the cowboy hat, the Atlanta hat, a giant space in the middle, and then any other hat PD owns.
He does. He definitely has a bunch of different hats.
Oh, he is a man of many hats.
Leave it alone, Pete.
Both figure of speech and literally.
I'm also a man of many drains.
We're about to see one right now. Here comes another leaper. It's going down the middle. Oh, almost. Nails it. Got tired of hitting leapers. Started hitting the crate.
I wanted the lock and I can't find it.
Well, you can take your 7th leaper.
I want to hit a leaper for everybody in the that's watching the broadcast tonight. If I knew everyone that was in there, I'd name them off as I was doing it.
Tens of people.
How about that drain? Somebody had a double drain.
Brian or Pete learned that strategy by watching Brian Tessier on Ball 2.
I found a list of deadheads. Does anyone want to hear them?
Absolutely.
Let's go for it.
There's
Also, hello, Boogie.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
There's bad head,
Bad head.
good head,
Good head.
shrunken head,
Good head.
airhead, cheese head, pig head,
Cheese head.
fat head, pumpkin head, fish head, sleepy head.
That's an extensive list.
It's a lot of.
One of my
Oh,
daughter's
meat head's
nicknames
on
is
there.
Pumpkinhead. I don't remember even playing Ball 1.
Me either.
What was I doing?
I was hoping we could edit it out.
I was probably being insulted.
Meanwhile,
Whatever.
back on Ball 1, he hit 3 leapers, and that was about it. Oh, he got a Boogeyman Boogie. Which, if you get the opportunity,
Oh my goodness.
definitely one of the fun spider modes that isn't a crate extender or a coffin extender. Boogeyman Boogie's a pretty fun one. If you can keep shooting different saucers and scoops, you get some really cool effects.
So does he dance like on the Monster Bash Boogeyman Boogie, where the disco ball comes down and hits him in the head or anything like that?
Oh yeah, there's that. There's the disco ball. There's a anvil. There's a cane. He gets popped like a balloon.
On this game?
Yeah.
I've never seen the anvil. I have to see this. How does this happen?
I don't
You have to
think
get
I've
the
seen either.
Boogeyman Boogie award off the TV or off the Spider or the Mystery.
Bookie, your mission is to get the Boogeyman Boogie. I want to see the guy get hit with the anvil. This has to happen.
What do I have to do to get that?
It's a Spider award. It's you've
Didn't I already
already
get it?
got it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I played terribly.
All right, somebody else has to do it then. I have to see this happen. I've never seen that. I love seeing people get hit with anvils in the head. Goes back to my Bugs Bunny days.
That's fun.
Oh, those shows are great. Those are
Learn
the
a
best
new
cartoons
thing
ever.
about you every day.
Oh yeah.
That's not fair.
Also, speaking of Boogeyman Boogie, it is the one mode that is a ball saver on the right out lane.
And we're not saying Boogeyman Boogie. We're saying Boogeyman Boogie.
Like, get down, get funky, get boogieing, like Aton was doing. Yeah, get down, get funky.
Okay, you can stop getting down and getting funky now.
Okay, done. But not because you told me to.
No, it would never be
Because
that.
it was time.
It would never be that.
It's always time. It's always time.
Play that funky music, fright boy.
I like it.
What was the last one? Did you hear that, Pri?
What?
Did you hear what she said? Like, it was during the entry to multi-ball. Instead of saying lawyers, she said something else.
Well, I found a website with all the quotes on it. Hold on.
I just got hosed, Jimmy.
That's contagious. Everybody's had horrible multi-balls.
Is it crate multi-ball?
Yeah.
And Aton is the first player to hit 10 leapers.
Oh.
So he gets some leapers.
Here we go. Spin it big. Big
right.
spin. Big spin.
Boogeyman Boogie.
Boogeyman Boogie. Boogeyman Boogie.
Do it. Boogeyman Boogie.
Boogie.
Boogie, 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 boogie.
Boogie.
That wasn't the boogie.
That's an eyeball.
Big
Eyeball.
something.
That is an eyeball.
Hey, I've got eyeballs.
The only thing I have, it says monkeys, chimpanzees, gorillas, mechanics. That's the only one listed on here.
That just
That is
sounds-
incomplete.
Yeah, I don't think that's right.
I guess, yeah, monkey wrench, gorilla glue. I don't know, the rest.
Gorilla glue.
Don't worry, I got this under control.
Totally trying to grasp at straws here.
I was going to say, if you didn't get that ball back, you almost had a triple drain there as soon as you started your multi-ball.
No, that's cool.
That's how you're playing. You're playing loose tonight.
Yeah.
Killing it.
Just like my bowels. Thanks for the laughter.
There goes that.
Really appreciated it.
Okay, now you got to enter the crate, Aton.
I need to do what?
Not that.
I feel like I did what I needed to do.
Well, you'll do it next ball. Stay tuned to see if Aton gets scared still.
So it looks like Brian has all the spooky eyes on the crate. Right?
I do.
So, Brian, what are you going to go for? 10 million, 15 million, 100 million?
I'm just going to keep the ball in play and see what happens.
Isn't Grand
Humble, I
Champ
like it.
109?
See, this is part of his strategy. He stays humble, and then he blows up the game while we're not looking.
Sure.
Whoa.
Oh, my. I was going to say, that's tenuous. All right. See if Brian can make a comeback on ball 3 like he did last game. I think it'll happen. I have faith in you, Brian.
Thanks.
I guess you could say lawyers are like leeches and vampires and all that.
We got an extender for Brian, so if he drains his balls, he'll have his extender.
Yep.
Oh, bad break.
Don't worry, those glowing lightning bolts above the flippers mean it's extended.
Correct.
In case you forgot you extended it.
Brian,
That's what helps me a lot.
I'm sorry, Bree.
You're right. That does help, actually, remembering that.
Brian Tessier's favorite costume is a jobber.
Oh. Really?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Wrestling thing.
Enhancement talent.
He just gets beat up all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Heel. That's what it is. It's just somebody gets beat up all the time.
They do it for the love of the...
I can see Brian Tessier just walking around like Iron Mike Sharp all the time, talking about an injury he's had for 104 years. And his favorite costume now is Kurt Hawkins.
That's Chris. He's a sleepyhead.
Ooh.
Sleepy
That
D's.
ball was a sleepyhead. It
Sleepy
tried
D's.
to get to
That's
bed
what he
quick.
is.
It had the glass of water, got the shower, got the pajamas on, and it's like, I'm out of here.
Kurt Hawkins did it for Brian there. That just totally threw him off.
Another little fun fact about this game, the remote where the ball save is, do you notice what it says at the bottom?
Where at?
At the
There-
bottom of the remote.
No.
What does it say, PD?
Elvira's Control, Sosumi,
So sue me.
Team Stiff, Nordman, Ferris, Wayna, Boone, Heish, Silver, Schilling. Oh, anyway.
Yeah.
So I have 2 eyeballs, but I know you guys want to see an anvil. Which would you prefer?
I want to see an anvil. I voted
Yeah,
all
I don't
day
think
for an
I've
anvil.
I
You
see it. I see a ball lock, so that seems like a free boogeyman to me.
guys are no fun.
Hey, I'm a simple man. I see
So
scoop. I see free boogeyman advance.
So you want the anvil?
Darn
I
right.
voted-
Oh, so we do want the okay. I
Okay.
thought you guys were voting against me.
No, why?
Oh, I'm not voting again. Anytime I get to see boogeyman, Boogie is.
Wow.
That's how you do it.
Okay, so in tournament play, in tournament play, don't call a tournament director. Nail the cabinet on the side, and you'll get the spider shot. Louis Bevins actually took his headphones off because he can't believe he just saw. He's walking around in disbelief.
I don't endorse that.
I don't either.
I very much
it's too
encourage.
close to the microphone.
I can't hear you. What?
It's too close to the
Huh?
microphone. Oh.
Wow. So we'll have to get an instant replay of that because that was fantastic.
That was phenomenal. I'm in awe. That was
I've never seen that.
that was a spring-loaded launch.
So while I let this tilt bob settle, I received an anonymous text message while I was waiting for my ball. And Fred, unfortunately, I think we lost a viewer.
We lost a viewer?
Because we encouraged one of our own. And so I shall read you this message I received.
Okay.
Every time I think to tune into Pappa TV Live, I turn it on, and you guys encourage Lewis to say a pun or poem. And then I have to turn it off because it makes me cringe.
Okay, I'm gonna bet. I think we know this isn't anonymous.
Sure it is.
Is it Sarah?
I'm not saying who it is because I don't want to get in trouble.
We gotta protect people's anonymity.
I'll probably hear about it when I get home if that's the case.
Can't help you, brother. Where was I?
This is dramatic. I like it.
Anonymous.
Anonymous.
Just keep saying anonymous.
Anonymous.
Enigma.
Anonymous.
I have not yet hit a spider that I was aiming for.
No, you shot the lock there. You got the multi-ball.
In fact, I think I got the same one twice.
Well, you miss 100% of the spiders you don't plunge, so keep trying.
All right, no extender for Evan.
I see Brian is holding a chair.
That's not good.
You can't see him in the frame, but he's there.
Yeah, this is why I lost my last game.
Now it's raised.
Please leave me alone.
Now it's raised.
You see, lose one game to not have my head put in. It's totally what happened.
Folks, if it gets too violent, we're going to have to cut off. I apologize in advance. Brian just walked away. For now.
And he passes Brian. Oh, he doesn't turn around.
Well, Brian figured his score of 4.4 million was not worthy of beating somebody with a chair, so he opted to stay out of jail for assault. Uh-oh. Ooh.
Heyo.
Big save.
He
That's
knew
a
that
nice
was coming.
I'll
You
tell you
can kind
what-
of count on it. If it goes halfway up that bony beast, it
What
comes
did I
back
get?
down.
I'll tell you what, though, that microphone is picking up those cabinet slaps pretty loudly this evening.
Finish it, will ya? All right. Oh, nice. Come on, stay in.
Those LEDs do pop in those pop bumpers. Looks good. Cobras?
Anacondas.
What was the last one?
Something salesman.
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 I thought I was going to say gardener snake.
Snakes.
Are you afraid of snakes, Priyanka?
No.
No?
Are you?
Oh, no.
I'm definitely afraid of snakes.
And I just did the thing.
So Evan just did the thing, which the thing is that he just drained everything. That's the thing.
He did the thing. Plunge it.
Okay. Now, what am I doing once I
Full
plunge?
plunge.
It? Full plunge?
Full
Okay.
plunge.
What's next?
Oh,
Shoot the
you didn't
crate.
plunge it that
Shoot
hard.
the crate again.
Okay.
There you
now
go.
what?
Okay, so you got to shoot the ramp, then the crate, then the ramp, then the crate, then the ramp, then the crate.
Okay,
Ramp
so
crate, ramp crate,
Did
ramp
you
crate.
get it?
ramp crate, ramp, then crate.
Maybe.
I'm
Ramp,
having trouble understanding.
Crate.
Okay. I didn't.
Not
You
that.
don't wanna do that.
I missed it that time. Okay, but what you're saying is ramp crate,
Yeah, start with that.
ramp crate.
Start with ramp.
Oh,
No.
guys, that was
You
totally.
did it again.
That was not intentional at all. I was trying very hard, like super hard.
Unpleasant dreams. All right, so after Aton blowing that, we're going to Comet Pinball. Comet Pinball has the largest selection of lighting products for your pinball machines. LEDs can brighten up your game while reducing heat and power consumption. Whether you're a collector, operator, restorer, or mod make, always find low prices, fast shipping, and great service with Comet Pinball. Check them out at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for all their wonderful products. So we are done playing. Ow, 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 ow.
Yeah, I don't know
There goes
what
my ear.
that
Can you
is.
turn off that mic? Okay, so we have an army of people moving right now. Okay, cool. Upcoming
So-
broadcast, Priyanka.
Yeah, the upcoming broadcast, October 22nd. They're going to do Frankenstein and Gorgar. Is that Mary Shelley's Frankenstein?
Yes, it would be.
Yay. And Gorgar, a favorite.
Who doesn't love Gorgar?
October 25th to the 28th, also known as Halloween. It's going to be the Pittsburgh Pinball Open here at Papa.
Right here in the building, yep.
And then November 5th, it's going to be question marks.
You know what? Sure. We're not sure what we're going to do with that yet. So
A mystery.
Is there any good Thanksgiving-themed pinball machines? Can we do a Thanksgiving month?
Isn't that when the 24-hour pinball thing is?
the Sanctum.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be a wonderful time after 24 hours
Yeah,
of
you're
getting back on a Sunday.
Yeah, you're going to that, right, Lewis?
Both of us are.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are both going. Sweet.
Yeah. Same with Evan. Same with Chris.
You guys are nuts.
I'm on the DL. I just
You're on the DL?
Snuck in there, yeah.
I tell you what, man. You guys have. I wouldn't be able to do it. I'd be sleeping 12 hours in.
I'm a terrible sleeper on a normal day, so I figured, you know what? Let's just push it.
I like it. I like your style.
I've been getting my practice in, staying up late, not doing pinball. So hopefully staying up late and playing pinball, that works out well.
But we're going to be flying there in style, so we don't have to drive all the way back after being awake for 24 hours.
Oh, nobody wants to drive that 8-hour trip.
I was going to
after
say,
that.
I've driven to Connecticut a bunch of times when I used to play hockey. I would drove up to Hartford. And not a terrible drive, but it's still a long one. So
Yes.
But hi, everybody. Fred Cochran.
Hello there.
To my left is Priyanka, and to her right is Lewis. And we are doing the third week of Halloween-themed pinball machines tonight. Just finished Elvira, and that was a lot of fun. And we're going to be moving to Haunted House here shortly. You know, unless James has announcements that we need to cover or anything like that. He says no, so we're pretty good. We talked about the Pittsburgh Pinball Open here in the 25th.
Right here in the building.
It's going to be in the building.
Last tournament in
Wear
the
costumes.
Papa warehouse. We get to play this, or we get to take this place out in style.
Yeah, it's going to be. We weren't really sure if we were going to have an event here. In fact, we didn't. After Papa 20, we announced that we weren't going to have any more events. So the opportunity became available that we could have the tournament here, and we're very grateful to have that. And hopefully, people will be able to come out to the building and enjoy it for one last time. We're going to have about 100 games on free play, so the public is welcome to come in. There will be a door fee. It's $20 a day. Everything will be on free play, and obviously the tournaments will be going on. Main division, women's division, classics, and Pinkymon. So there'll be lots of different tournaments for different skill sets, or if you just want to come out and play some pinball, we hope that you come down and enjoy the Papa facility for one last time.
Yeah, and enjoy the carpet for all its splendor, because I know that's been a cult following.
Yep.
Speaking of followings and scary things, we've got Haunted House's keys to the game. The first one, Tour the Mansion. Wait, this isn't M's family. Get to the cellar and upstairs for additional scoring, because there's 3 levels on this game. The targets in those playfields, well, it's the monster bonus, which you'll get at the end of your ball. And each trip to one of those playfields advances the monster bonus multiplier up to 5x. If you know Black Hole, it's similar to that idea with the lower playfield. The secret passage target is a cellar shot, and we will see a lot of that today. Double the trouble. Completing target banks on the lower or the upper playfields lights 2 times playfield for the main playfield. If you hit enough switches in one of those playfields, you'll also light 2x playfield for the opposite. So the lower will light the upper, and the upper lights the lower. Plunge of Peril. Performing a skillful soft plunge will award an immediate trip, one-way ticket down either into the basement or up to the 2nd floor. The upper playfield out of those 2 is generally the better go of it, because one of the drains out of the upper playfield will send you down into the basement, and you can really start working on not only your bonus, but your bonus multipliers.
Different from, what did you say, Black Hole?
Yes.
In Black Hole, if you don't qualify your re-entry, it shoots the ball right down the out lane. But Haunted House, it kicks it out. Where does it kick it out?
Like up on the left, up by the pop bumper where the ball is now, kind
there's
of
like a
that
scoop.
way.
Do you see there's like a scoop over there?
To the left of the 3.
Right there. Yay!
In case there's a little bit of glare, these Gottlieb's, Devil's Dare was the same thing last week. The glass is not only wider, but it's also longer. So we don't have a piece of Invisiglass that fits these Gottlieb's. So a little bit of glare, but shouldn't be a big deal.
So now that TD's hit enough targets down there, he has that blinking light in the lower upper playfield that signifies if he can get back up there, his playfield's double.
It's those skulls that are flashing.
Yeah, there's
'Cause
a,
it is a haunted
sign on the
house.
side that says upper playfield scores double.
Upper playfield's very lucrative in this game.
Oh yeah, no, both of them are definitely super lucrative.
It's just a little difficult for me to keep it in the upper playfield because it's like one tiny flipper, one regular flipper, and they're reversed.
Yes.
So you also have to remember when you're moving from the cellar up, you have to remember which buttons are the right ones to press.
Oh yes.
Hey,
Or
Fred.
you're gonna mess yourself
Pete?
up.
I'm playing with control.
Why? Wait, hold on. Wait, what are you doing that for?
Only in the basement.
You shouldn't be doing that, Pete. That's against your laws.
And speaking of awesome things, Petey played well enough down there to double dip and get double scoring in the main playfield. So he's got all two
That
of his
was
three
fantastic.
doublers
Bad.
lit.
Oh yeah. Once it gets a little arc like that on that plexi playfield, it's usually bad things are going to happen.
You can kind of see it from far away, but it is plexiglass, so you really can't do anything about it. Just
No.
watch it.
It's like when you play Congo.
Congo,
or Genesis.
Electra.
Yeah, when it's that plexi, it's usually bad news.
We talk about this awesome music yet?
Oh, this music is amazing.
I think it's for itself. Yeah, the music on this thing. Let's take a second to listen to it while Brian's playing here.
No, that's not the one I wanted.
So the center little saucer is the only not fun one. It
Yep.
just kicks it down to the regular playfield. The one on the left,
right there.
it drops it down to the cellar, and the one on the right drops it down or drops it up into, what do you call it? The upstairs?
The upstairs.
The upstairs.
Second floor, attic.
But my favorite thing is if you lose the ball in the upstairs on the left where that mini flipper is, it will drop all the way down into the cellar.
Oh yeah, no, that's the ticket right there, especially with the bonus multipliers being anytime you access one of those playfields.
Yeah, I love that. It's like a double dip.
So let's see if we can have somebody get back into one of the other playfields.
It's another one of those games when it first came out, and again, I'm showing my age here. This game came out, it blew my mind. So I remember playing Black Hole,
Oh yeah.
and then this came out, it was just so much more fun. Like, Black Hole's cool, but the music and just the bright colors and just the Halloween theme was phenomenal.
Yeah, this is a really fun title. I feel like whenever somebody tells me they don't like Haunted House, I'm deeply offended.
I think a lot of people would agree with you, Pri.
It's so much fun. Like having to I've played it a lot, even for like Pinburg and stuff. And then if someone's in my group, they're like, "Yeah, I've played it. I hate it." I'm like, "No."
I am not accepting your
Are you
friend
blind?
request
Can you
after
not see
Pinburg.
it?
Sorry, thank you.
Wow.
It's
It's
spooky.
getting brutal here.
Let me just get out my
it's getting
notebook
real,
and put
Brian.
you on a list.
Oh, yay.
And that is the secret passage. That's a target that is not actually a target.
It's like a Vera target, kind of.
It's essentially a fall away target. It's a fake target.
Yeah, I guess if you you could read it that it says it will, what does it say on top of it?
It says secret passage. It doesn't tell you what it
Yeah.
does, but you could assume that it's a secret.
So, what did you think when you first played this? When you saw that little secret passage?
It blew my mind. I thought I broke the target, actually. I'm pretty sure that was my first reaction. I thought I
that's
broke
so
the target.
Ooh.
And it went down to the playfield, but then, years
lit
later,
up.
you realize it was done on purpose. Yeah, there's a lot to take on in this game. Like, I remember, like I said, when Black Hole came out, if you didn't get those targets down below to get your gate open,
Your re-entry.
you were done.
Oh yeah.
This game, I think the feedback they probably got was
That's
you
not
shouldn't
fun.
you shouldn't get punished for having the ball down on the lower playfield. It should come back up, and maybe they did that. I'm not sure.
Personally, I love the tension in Black Hole. It's one of those things where you're trying to.
gosh.
So Evan just did one of the things that I did the other day when I was playtesting this.
I deserve that after what I just
So
did.
there's two sets of flipper buttons on the side of the cabinet, and when you go to the lower playfield or the upper playfield, you change the flipper buttons. Evan did not. That's why the ball went immediately down the middle on the bottom playfield,
Mm-hmm.
and he was very frustrated and got 21,000 and didn't do well.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. It's really important to remember which buttons you need to press.
Right.
Yeah, I think our producer is lining up our flipper button shot here,
Oh,
so you
there
can
it
see the
is.
red ones that Dan's on right now power the main playfield, and the green ones that he's on right now power the other flippers.
Yeah, he couldn't give us a shot of the spider, but he'll give us a flipper button. That's exciting. Look at Dan's nimble fingers.
Nimble Oh,
That was
that's a
nice.
beautiful moonwalk right there.
So, do you know what happens when you get the numbers that are flashing, like 1, 2, 3, 4?
Eventually, it awards you like extra balls and specials, that kind of stuff.
One set for special, which I believe special awards points in this setting, but I don't know off the top of my head.
Hey, Dan, say Boogie.
Boogie!
That's like an appropriate word when you're playing this game.
Fair to say crumpet.
Crumpet.
That
Not bad.
sounded bad.
Not bad.
Well, how was I supposed to screw that one up?
I'll give you a C on that.
If I said bollocks, I would screw that up for sure.
Like you just did? Yes.
Yeah,
Instead of
I
saying
know.
bollocks.
That's better.
There's no K in there. Wait, no X. It sounded like you said X.
Oh.
It did. Oh, that's
Well,
unfortunate,
I got
Dan.
them all.
So Dan, instead of it just going to the outlane, he lifted the flipper up and made it more room to go down.
Well,
Good job, Dan.
that's the trick with this game. That right side,
Right.
there is no outlane per se, but there is a gap between the two flippers where you can put the ball down.
Yep. That ball will go. You'll see a little bit of you'll see a silver gate up there, a little bit above it where that tree is. That ball will come screaming through there, and if you're not awake, that ball will go down that drain quickly. Oh, great save by Pete, but unfortunately a little too great.
Because it
Little
had that
too
weird
great.
movement over the plexi. Monster bonus. You get no monster bonus, Petey.
He got nothing. He barely even flipped.
I don't even think that was a monster bonus. That was like I don't know, a rat. Maybe it was like a mouse.
That was a rat ball.
That
Really
was
squeaked
pretty
by on
much
that
a
one.
rat of monster bonus right there.
All right.
Yeah, so is this considered, this is like a wide body.
It's
that
an
what it-
extended body too.
Yeah.
Wide and tall.
It's wide and long. Oh, nice
Oh,
save.
and he gets it off the lane.
So we got live action flipper button action here. Brian needs a manicure.
So that secret passage, if you don't hit it dead on, it won't go down. If you hit it at an angle and it's right in the middle.
Nice
Yeah,
catch.
That's a
kind-
tough shot for that
It's
secret
tough,
passage.
and there's two
Oh,
big
nice drop
rubbers
catch.
next to them.
Brian's drop catches are on point tonight.
And even a trap on that upper.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh my goodness, Brian.
So we can say
And there's the
I was gonna
shot.
say we can say with a certain degree of this degree of certainty, his leaper shots were on point, and his secret passage shot was off.
Are there any other, this is an 8 flipper game
Yeah.
that is like from this era? Do you know?
8 flippers.
I can't think of any other games like that.
Not with 8.
8 flippers?
Genesis? What?
Genie. Yeah,
Genie?
Genie has
Genie has 2, 4, 6.
6. Yeah.
That's
Oh.
close, and it's a wide body too.
Wizard of Oz has 6. No, wait, 5. Wizard of Oz has 5. I stand corrected.
So yeah, there's 4 on the regular playfield, 2 in the upper, and then 2 in the bottom. A lot of flips. I'm sure it's not super fun to work on this game. Rocky? How many-
Yes.
I think Rocky has 4
Rocky has 4.
on either side of the pop bumper in the middle there.
Yeah, because there's 2 sets of 2 flippers at the bottom, but there's
Right.
nothing else.
Some of the Ataris maybe. I don't think they have 8.
Middle
This-
Earth has 4.
This game is special, and if he, oh, it went around. I was excited if it was gonna drop down.
Ooh. Kind of the same fate. He lifted the flipper up to try to make the save, but it actually was on such an angle that it just
Yeah.
actually helped down.
Yeah, you had a party started. You had the flashing double bonus for the lower playfield. Everything just about going, and that's when the game decides sometimes that you're gonna have to try this again some other time, buddy.
So to get the double playfield, it's double playfield on the upstairs. You have to get all the drops
Oh.
in the cellar. Is that it?
You have to get the drops twice in the cellar, or the drops 3 times in the second floor to light the other playfield. And if you hit 11 targets in general, you'll just get the
You're like-
center playfield, or the main playfield.
It's a lot of drops.
Oh, it's a lot of drops.
Lower playfield, very active.
Yeah, it's similar to Black Hole. It's close quarters. You have target banks. You have a loop, pop bumper.
So the one thing we didn't talk about with this game is there is actually a mod for this game that makes it a multi-ball game.
No way.
And I know there's some examples of it out there, and I think the software is out there that you can grab, but you have to mod your game. I'm not sure exactly what you have to do it, but it makes it a multi-ball game.
Do you get bonus points if you have balls in multiple playfields?
I can't say for certain what exactly happens and what the differences are other than just multi-ball, the obvious change, but it was something that I saw about a year or two ago that somebody did it at home and made it into a multi-ball game.
So PD lit it. He lit the double bonus upstairs.
Yep, and the main playfield too.
Nice.
And he likes that center target. He wasn't very accurate though. It went right down the middle.
No, speaking of interesting games, I don't know how many anime fans are out there, but there's a Ghost in the Shell that's going to be at Pinball Expo this weekend.
Is it homemade?
Yeah. Guy made his own pinball machine, and I'm kind of sad I don't get to go out and see it.
Is it rethemed from something, or is it
No,
all original?
I think it's just an original theme.
Wow.
There's been a few interesting ones. Nightmare Before Christmas was one.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which
Sonic
I
the
think
Hedge-
there will be a second of that someday.
Sonic the Hedgehog was a custom.
I liked Kugler Family.
Yeah, the one thing about
Have you
Expo
seen
is
that
just
one?
I have not seen that one.
This man made a pinball machine, and I don't know if it was rethemed. I played it a long time ago, and the theme was his family.
Huh.
Kugler
Interesting.
Family. Like, there were different modes where you get to, like, paint his daughter's nails and then get the dog off the couch.
Interesting.
Love it.
That's a sweet theme.
It was really good.
there's a lot of interesting like one-off games at Expo every year.
Yeah, one of these years I have to get up there because all the one-offs seem lucrative.
All right, so we got Brian with the lead, very slim lead right now.
Yeah, he puts out a 15,000 point lead over our friend Petey.
So, if you were walking up to this game and you had to make a lot of moves to win, what would you do?
Yeah, I'm curious.
Plunge the upstairs.
Yeah,
yeah. Stay off the main playfield and just go to the upstairs.
It was
go
too
to
hard.
the cellar.
That wasn't a good plunge.
Yeah, I tend to, if I need a lot of points, I tend to just stay upstairs and just keep on blasting stuff.
Mm-hmm. Monster bonus is your friend.
Oh. Not a lot of outlane drains on this
arc.
game. Yeah,
That's a hard drain to get.
I have another question.
Go for it.
Do you guys go to haunted houses, or is that not something you guys do?
I went to a haunted house as a kid. I haven't been to one in forever, though.
Do you know there's like, I actually watched a video, there's like a haunted house that you can like pay, but you have to sign a waiver, and then they're allowed to scare you as much as they want.
The
Where
scare
is
house
that?
basement.
But it's like,
Is that?
no, it's like psychological too. It's like,
Dang.
it's like a whole, like, you're getting spooked on many levels.
Huh.
Yeah, there's
like
a.
partially drowned, stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
I've never heard of anything like that. That's a bit extreme. But I know they have like a traditional haunted house, and then they have a place like called the basement, for instance, where you have to sign a waiver. It's an extra attraction where you can get more scared, where people can grab you and things like that.
Yeah, it's like that, but
Yeah.
even like worse.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want anybody partially drowning me.
I'm just like, apparently that's a thing people do though, and it's like a
It's a
haunted,
thing.
like a real world
That sounds awful.
haunting.
That sounds awful.
I personally can't do, I can't get scared like that, because I just get, I don't know.
I would get violent.
That's what I was trying not to say.
No, I will say it.
I would kick somebody in the face, and I've done it.
Oh, all right, so Pre went from not wanting to be violent to kicking people in the face. Good
Well,
job.
that's what I do when I get scared.
I'm kidding. Kicking people in the face?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I've never done that, though. So I'm stepping out. I'm going to play a game, actually. So I'm going to put Aton in, and we'll change it up a couple people.
Then.
Can you come in?
Yeah, we get the full crew swap to let you guys go get a chance to play. As I think outside of Evan, we all pretty much had great games. So back in the booth, I'm Pete Hendricks, and I got Aton and Dan Hall with me because...
Ooh. Hello, inside.
Oh, wait, Aton didn't have it. You had Brian's game. We'll give you credit for that.
What?
Nothing.
I believe I had the best game ever.
You did. You, like, rolled Haunted House.
No.
Okay.
It's all been a lie. Sorry. So tell me about this game, PD, because all I know about this game is that it's a Gottlieb, and it makes me cry when I look inside of it. So what's it like outside?
Outside, it's green.
It's very green. I like the green and blue Gottlieb games. There's some haunted.
It is a very,
Black Hole.
it is a very pretty game, and a great sounding game. I mean, any game that you have that has Bach in it is wonderful.
You know, I'm pretty sure that this has to be the heaviest solid state game until Wizard of Oz. I mean, it's
Wow,
got to be. You have all those hilariously over-engineered Gottlieb mechanisms and brackets under there. You got 3 play fields. It's a wide body, and it's made out of lead.
So when
See-
we leave a note for you that says something's broken on Haunted House, do you cringe?
I just assume that something's broken on Haunted House. You know, I don't really need a note. It's a System 80. It's got 8 flippers.
Some of them are actually hidden,
Yeah.
like under the playfield. They just put them in because they had extras.
Thanks,
Oh,
Lou. Yeah.
I wish joking about that's how Gottlieb did their stuff.
Yep.
They were like, we have some like relays. Can
All
we
right,
put those in here?
Oh,
Who's
yeah.
got the
those
ball?
old relays out of the electromechanical games. We're like, hey, what shall we do with these? Oh, let's just stuff them in all of our solid state games as well. Why the hell not, right?
Maybe you got the parts.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Lewis, what's your strategy here?
Stay away from the center, go toward the basement, go for the second floor.
Okay, seems to be working out so far.
Well, it's like the zombie strategy. You know they're coming in through the main floor, so what's the safest place? Upstairs and downstairs.
To the roof.
Yeah, just hide in your bedroom and in the cellar like a coward, and they won't get you.
Are you saying that my blanket doesn't give me magical zombie protection powers?
Is your blanket made out of titanium?
Oh.
It's made out of more zombies.
I should have tried to get that back.
Well, then yes, it does, because it repels them via the smell. Don't you remember from elementary high school physics class, like zombies, repel?
Perfect. All right, Priyanka, what's your strategy?
I'm gonna get it upstairs, and then I'm gonna hopefully go downstairs.
All
Okay,
right.
you do
I'm gonna try to go up all the stairs.
No one is going to edit that into a clip.
This is the high level commentary you've come to expect.
Technically, that wasn't commentary. That was the player.
True. And I think in Bones' tutorial for this game, he says the same thing.
He's going to
Seems
go
like
upstairs and downstairs?
Yes.
An awful
So,
lot
it's a thing.
depends on the plunge on this, I
Yes.
feel.
You know what they say? Never mind.
You know what they
I
say?
can't
A lot
say that.
depends on the plunge.
I can't
Yep.
say that on the stream.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh, that. Nice.
It's magic.
Oh,
That just got
haunted
through
house, you
everything.
beautiful animal. You know me, as a technician, I always cheer for the games, so I get very jolly when something like that happens.
Unless it falls on someone.
Yeah,
Depends on who it falls
okay,
on.
I'll give you that one. Yeah.
All right, we got Fred stepping
Hey,
up.
Fred.
Fred's got his Halloween shirt
Fred,
on.
I'm not going to... Oh, wow. That's
I didn't
impressive.
even do it on purpose.
Talk towards the
I
mic,
don't wanna
Fred.
talk towards the mic. My mouth is big enough I could talk anywhere in the building and you'll hear me.
That is true.
This is not false.
So what kind of cereal are you killing?
I don't know, probably, what do I have at home right now? Apple Jacks.
Ooh.
Yeah, kill those.
All right, Fred was in the green room manicuring his nails before coming up, so we're thankful for that.
Ooh.
Actually, I just trimmed my nails the other day, so. Well, I stink.
Oh,
There
is
we
it
go.
because of the nails?
That's because I was going to use the wrong flipper buttons here.
I often get signs on this game saying lower flippers don't work.
Yeah.
You just press them around button.
I was just saying,
think,
it's human error.
Yeah, there's a phrase for that. Player exists between carpet and flipper buttons.
Yep.
Do you ever get the upstairs flippers are wired backwards?
I'm sure now you've said that on the stream, that's going to appear on the.
If you hadn't, I was going to try to report for next year.
Oh, people are just repeating things they hear in the stream. Then this machine has a real problem. It's Aton Goldman is awesome.
Yeah.
Isn't that just implied anyways?
I think it's implied is that I like chicken for some reason.
I have no idea why that's
How
true.
did that rumor get
Crazy.
started?
Insert clip of me eating chicken here.
You know this is live, right?
Don't worry, I'm in charge of editing things.
Oh, cool. Can you edit time?
As far as you know, no.
But if you could, how would I know?
That's right. How would you?
I wouldn't.
Now reach into your pocket.
Oh, wait, there's nothing in there.
Yeah, that's right. I took it all out.
Oh, man. Oh, that one lonely drop target, Brian.
I know, it's right. It's kind of just taunting me there. And
Taunting you or haunting you? You can get it.
Ooh, come on, Brian. Come on. Do it. Do it.
That's
Do
the quick
it.
way to get from upstairs to downstairs.
Now just leave one standing down here as well. To serve... You know, that
Symmetry.
can be like the survivor that can go back and
Ooh, I like it.
and tell its people about you.
You know what it is? It'll be the Jamie Lee Curtis of this situation.
what?
Nice. That right there is like when the zombie has your leg and you just fight it off, only for it to catch you.
Don't worry. Jamie Lee Curtis will be back in Ball 3.
Yes.
So, which of these cereals is your favorite? Frankenberry, Boo Berry, or Count Chocula?
Do they
Chat-
still make those?
Oh, they
only,
do.
Only during Halloween.
Only during Halloween
too hard.
now. That's the rumor.
I mean, the chat room's asking the in-depth questions tonight.
I'm liking these
what?
questions. Give me Count Chalk.
So, Aton, who else stars in Ball and Ball 2? Those famous 80s horror movies.
Ball and Ball 2 or Ball 2 and Ball 3? Because Ball 3 stars Louis Gossett Jr., one of the Quaid brothers. I'm not
Right.
saying which one.
Okay.
The woman who starred in that movie, I mean that TV show,
Oh,
Leah
the-
Thompson. That's who.
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
Yes, it was a great movie. In 3D.
Well, of course it's got to be in 3D. I mean, the spheres, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Because I'm not making oblique references to Jaws 3 or anything.
Oh, is that what you were doing? Right, okay.
No.
I thought we were just talking about a
We're talking about
hypothetical
Ball
horror
3.
film called
We're
Ball.
we're talking about Ball 3, the horror ring. So Priyanka is now on Ball 2. I can't tell how many drop targets she has still up, but it seems like more than 0.
But how many leapers does she have?
I'm not sure, since that I think is the wrong game, but I'm not sure, like I said.
It depends how hard you want to break it, really.
Not that hard.
So there was a guy, a French guy, that did a multi-ball and speech mod for Haunted House.
Really?
And yeah, and if you're gonna go that far, why not stick some leapers in there?
I'm thinking you go with you put in like under the second playfield is another playfield with the Genesis style like
Hold your thought. Fred, we have a
It's just
question from the
playfields
chat room
all the way
for you.
down.
Oh!
Hi.
Is your other hand a baby and ugly?
It's none of your business.
The chat room is wondering, Frankenberry, Boo Berry, or Count Chocula?
Oh, Count Chocula.
Oh, 2 for Count Chocula.
Count Chocula kicks all their butts.
Really?
There was actually a fourth one.
There was actually 6 altogether.
Was there 6?
There were 2 other ones which were discontinued at some point.
There was
like
a strawberry one.
Discontinued.
There was a strawberry one.
And there was an orangish one or something like that. I
What,
think?
like a cream soda?
Yeah, or something like that.
That sounds awful. That sounds like a nightmare.
It was very scary.
American cereals just confuse me. What do you guys call Frosties? Like Frosted Flakes? or
We
something?
call them frosted
we
flakes.
call them Frosted Flakes.
Oh, we call those Frosties in the UK.
Really?
Yeah.
That's super weird.
And what do you guys call Rice Krispies?
Rice Krispies.
Oh, is that just Rice Krispies? Okay.
Puffed rice. I don't know.
Are
Come
you
on,
just
man.
like reading things off your phone that you find in supermarkets? Is that what's happening
No,
now?
I'm just reading things out of my brain that are coming up.
He's just trying to figure out ways to critique Americans.
Do you want to know what we call shredded wheat?
Shredded wheat.
Do you call it Freedom Shreds?
Oh.
Oh.
Too soon.
We call it a bad breakfast.
Oh, that's a better name.
What do you call grape nuts?
We don't have grape nuts because we're not disgusting.
Okay, well, I've seen a lot of British food, and I have to disagree.
Well,
so
we've asked
just
everyone else,
What's wrong
Brian.
with a nice blood pudding?
What's your favorite
pudding.
cereal?
My favorite.
And why is there no
cereal,
writing on your hands?
Because I didn't want to write on my hand.
That's a valid excuse. The judges will allow it.
Thanks.
Hey, you got the... Way! All the drop targets.
Good job, Brian. You got all the drop targets.
Now you got to get all the stand-ups on the other side.
Oh. All right, here we go. Oh, that didn't feel good.
Have we heard the 5 knocks yet tonight?
The 5 knocks?
Yeah.
No one's got an extra ball yet.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
the extra ball is points, and Gottlieb extra balls give you the 5 knocks of the solenoid, like a replay.
Oh.
Awesome sound.
Woo.
It means you did something really good.
Now that extra ball, that's lighting on every other switch hit, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's
it
gonna be
rotates
tricky.
on and off, and it's a very,
Very
tough
tricky.
shot. It's that that
Oh.
loop on the right side
Super
there.
close, super close.
Lots of bonus
Decent
though,
game,
4
though,
times
210.
multiplier.
Oh, Lewis
Hey,
has
Lewis.
the... Oh!
We don't
These
get to see
skeleton
Lewis's lovely
gloves.
fingers.
Oh, no, you can see them. Can't you see them right there?
Lovely
It just,
is a
we can see through them.
way to put them.
Ah.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, his bones are green from playing too much pinball. Well, really too much Gottlieb.
Yeah, that's what it'll do to you.
Yeah, they use some questionable materials in their machines.
Yeah.
So,
Right now, the trick is survival.
oh,
That's a good trick.
silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids.
That's not survival.
All right, well, who's up next? Priyanka.
Priyanka,
Priyanka.
Now, Priyanka,
Okay,
and then
Priyanka.
Fred to finish it up.
I think you can do this. You just got to focus.
We want to travel upstairs.
Alright.
Let's focus on that. Click your
all
heels
in
together.
the-
and Repeat.
All in
It's
the
all
plunge.
in the plunge. Did you see me soft plunge it last time, and then it just like
It,
tipped over?
it just came back, yeah.
I'll sit here and soft plunge all day.
Okay.
Harder.
Thanks, Speedy.
That one looks good. That one looks good. That one looks good. Oh, it's
Oh, there we go. It's in.
Hey, upstairs, upstairs.
Okay. Now what we're
Now
gonna
remember-
do?
the upstairs flippers are backwards, so you have to hit the left flipper to get the one that's on the right side up there to flip.
Oh, Petey, don't tell lies.
We got some double playfield down here.
Woo.
Good
Gotta
stuff.
get some points. Oh no, I can't see what happened.
It went out. It went out the lane to the
Oh.
left of the. It went out the basement out lane, I guess.
All right. So, what has to happen now to get it back upstairs? To get
She
it.
has to either shoot the ramp or shoot it into the.
All right. So
hole
it
on
doesn't
the left
require
side.
lighting anything for upstairs.
Nope.
It's just
You just got to get it
downstairs.
there.
Shoop, shoop.
That ramp.
Well, she hit
is-
the extra ball shot twice without it lit.
Oh.
It's a tough shot.
I find I can't get that ramp off a cradle. You know, I have to do it live.
Live.
And that's even having freshly rebuilt these flippers, all 8 of them.
Oh!
I got mad.
Oh dear.
You wouldn't like her when she's mad. All right, Fred
Okay,
Cochran stepping
Fred.
up.
All right,
see
Fred, you're
what's on
going
his
to
fingers
finish
now.
in first or second?
Okay, I have to ask the question. Did you misspell it?
No, it's Whopper.
No, I understand that,
Yeah,
but
but
you
that was
clearly
a second
crossed something
attempt.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. I got voted to not do that. So
Oh, what was the original?
Did you write something naughty?
it was me. I did
What?
it, but I blocked it off.
The
so.
original was
Originally-
objectional.
I think the original was Fred,
Oh.
but that was objectionable.
That is objectionable to most people. Okay, upstairs. No, no, we're going.
Oh, that was a 5-hole right there.
Oh well. You guys distracted me. Jerks. Is that it?
That's all. So we had a lot of fun tonight.
Is that it? We're just going to stop? We're just going to turn everything off and that's it?
Yeah, Fred, we're turning
yeah,
off
I
the lights
guess.
now. Hush.
Yeah.
We're time to
Go ahead, Pete. Go ahead.
We want to thank everyone for watching tonight. Reminder, we'll be back next Monday for some Mary Shelley's Frankenstein and Gorgar, though in the green room we had a discussion about another possible game. We'll see if the producer will go for that one instead.
Scariest game we own.
It is pretty bad. For Aton Goldman, Dan Hall in the booth with me, Brian Tessier, Lewis, Evan, Fred, and James running the booth tonight. I'm Pete Hendricks. Thanks for watching. Have a great week, and talk to you next week.